I got first, and I'm the type of customer that orders the worst. Now, not the same as any, I run the game of plenty. I buy my nickels from a dime that goes by the name of Penny. The last starfighter, searching for a starfucker, the drunk parallel parker. Thank God for car bumpers. Another day, shot in the head and buried by your wife who tries to convince me that she shouldn't have got married. From the Gallagher bugs to the amateur thugs to the punk rock chicks that can't handle my hugs. I'll be standing upon a web, born out of a thought where the spider makes her bed out of the carcasses she caught. Hey yo, she's got that good hair, me I got dandruff. She wears a smile and me I wear handcuffs. Yo, wait a minute, savior, how about a little truth? You couldn't save yourself if you had a cape and a phone booth. The roof is on fire, the floor is underwater. The fish ignored the bait and ate the bobber. And as God hovers up above the highway in a chopper, I'm down here writing songs for her daughter.
Quarter up, brother. My underhanded summer jam escape with a free game in my back pocket. The ego anthem of the year left clear off the concrete valley to murder silhouettes with a budget that have me bumming cigarettes. My soul stuck in the mud pit absorbing anchors when I wash shake water sticking 5 great venoms. Cornered at the door by a sideways phantom with a swift attitude problem. Knuckled up with the carbon-based common garden goblin. I'm drowsy, who drifted by the lousy Virgin Mary nightlight luminance, then blew a kiss to sin. Would've said count me in, but just couldn't afford the bounty. I'm through the deep myself before the second leaping sheep even got counted. Multiple tasking, drastic, unsociable captain gasping. Jay Gatsby, the great bashing, open the plastic backspins. Strapped with a plague and a cocktail napkin, wrapped in origami dragon fashion. Flashed in an effort to smash your pattern. Magnanimous, to say a little on this ancient foundation. They foundations running bases for nickel tips. Coordinate the zoning and the speed is trickle drips out. I'll skip town once these upright citizens sit down.
Yo, I go next. Put your quarter up. For bets, put your daughter up. MF is sorta corrupt. Not to be confused with the fake fly raw sound. Still the one who used to take your high score down. With more rhymes and germs a spitball carry. As it fly through the air like Pitfall Harry. Shit y'all, fairies take a loss like Slobodan. This goes out to man, woman, and child from Robotron. Before the end, I save the world like Defender. There's no time for curling up to hurl from a bender like back when your last 5 never went to weed. More likely on like 20 rounds of centipede. If it go fast or slow, no matter in the flow, down packed like the old acro pattern. Those who need to learn the technique, take heed, note. It switch like Spy Hunter once he to the speedboat.
We are recording.
Dance with me. Hello, everybody. We're not. I may use that one as a blooper.
Can we not have a song this week? Just have that.
All right. Get your breath, everybody.
Wow, that sounded painful. Are you okay?
Okay.
It's just, get your breath, everybody. Dance with me.
This is the best minute on Coffee and Pie ever.
My gut hurts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 3rd episode of Coffee and Pie. Coffee and Pie is maybe not the only podcast where we eat pie and drink coffee, but it is the only one named after the fact that we are doing that. As always, my name is I shouldn't have introduced myself first. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. You jerk! Yeah, person. Let's go around the table and introduce ourselves.
Alright, I'm Sean, and today I have this delicious lemon meringue pie, but I've been going through a lot of work this week, or a lot of, yeah, what I said was right, so I am exhausted. I am going to say a lot of nonsense today. So I am not drinking coffee.
You'll be our DeMarcus today.
I'll be DeMarcus. All right, everybody, all right. But I'm not drinking coffee this
Gladys.
week. I am drinking water, so I will live. And who are you?
I'm DeMarcus, and I as well. I am as well tired, but I am as well eating some lemon meringue pie.
As well?
As well.
I too am eating pie too.
Pie.
And let's welcome our special guests again.
I'm Ryan, and today I'm eating cherry pie.
Cherry pie, good. As well?
Yes, as well.
I love you.
And I am Brad, and I am having my nanner pie take 2. And I am one of only 2 people at this table drinking coffee, so I'd like to know what's up with that.
Yeah, right?
What happened to the third guy? For the third episode?
Oh yeah, we needed a third guest.
Jeez, there's a mouse in my pocket.
There's something in my pocket for you.
And as I accidentally tried to introduce myself earlier, let's do a proper introduction this time. My name is Alan. I am enjoying the nanner pie as well. And I am drinking coffee. 2 creamers, 2 sugars as always. And our topic for this week is gaming, as we mentioned last week on the episode. What are we talking? Superheroes.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
I also keep saying last week.
Like 2 weeks ago.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
What's funny about that too is I made a joke on the last episode about how in the first episode, randomly you guys were talking about superheroes about a half hour into the show when you were supposed to be talking about breakfast cereals and cartoons, and I didn't realize this, but we did the same thing. We talked about gaming. It came up again from one of the user questions. What the hell am I saying?
Computer or
What is
console?
he using?
Yeah, we were talking about gaming about half an hour into our show last time too.
Yep.
That was
We come full circle.
So I think whatever we talk about just randomly at the half hour mark, it'll just magically be our theme for the next week.
Someone check your time signal.
Yeah.
What?
Same bad time, same bad channel.
But with pie.
But with same pie time. Same pie network. All right, we're going to get into the obvious question. First for our topic. We don't have any Tumblr questions, not completely unrelated to what we were talking about. So we're going to skip that segment.
Okay.
And our first topic of the day, night, morning, is...
Dusk.
What is your favorite video game? And we're going to start with Sean, who, as you will all remember by now, is first.
It's gonna be something Disney, isn't it?
As I stare off into the distance, contemplating my thought about my game. It's not Disney related, but everyone is... It's kind of a 2-part answer. I mean, there's the obvious one of Pokemon Red and Blue. I mean,
Okay.
that's the game that... Of course you did. Like,
I
that's...
wrote it in my notes. Sean will like Pokemon.
Why is that in your notes?
Hey, Pokemon is to blame for me failing more high school classes than anything else in my life.
Oh God, yeah, like Pokemon has
That and
made
jerking
me
off for me.
like Pokemon has made me like miss a lot of stuff going on in life.
You
Like
gotta catch them all.
for example, I'm Chinese. My family's from Hong Kong. We go to Hong Kong every 10 years. Well, I got my first Game Boy and Pokemon Blue when I was 10. And, you know, instead of touring around, it's like, oh, look at the giant Buddha. Or, oh, let's go hang out. Let's do the touristy thing in Hong Kong. I walked and did all that stuff, but I don't remember any of it because I was too busy playing Pokemon Blue.
up to and including your grandfather's funeral.
You want to hear one of the saddest
He's
things?
still there?
You want to hear one of the saddest things me and Sean can do? Electro, Diglett, Nidorino, Mankey, Venusaur, Rattata, Fearow, Pidgey, Sea King, Jolteon, Dragonite, Ghastly, Ponyta, Vaporeon, Poliwrath, Butterfree. Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. We'll not keep going.
But that game, you know, it's never boring. It's always fun. Even to this day, I will replay it back and forth. But besides that, there was another game that I played all the time. I had an N64 growing up. I was too impatient to play Super Mario 64. I never had a copy of The Legend of Zelda, so I've never actually finished the game. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Super Smash Brothers was there later for, you know, like teenage years. But the one game that always had me hyped up, that was always fun, and it was short enough that I could play it all the time and keep on finding different ways to, you know, go through it, was Star Fox 64.
Yeah, okay. That's nice. I never had like
that was the first game with the Rumble Pack.
Oh yeah,
that's true. I never had like
awesome.
a 64, but I remember like going to people's houses and like they were like, "Oh, Star Fox," and it's got the new Rumble. They didn't sound like that.
Where do you live?
All your chain smoking friends in elementary school.
Hey, I mean, it was the 90s.
Hey man,
my mom's about to pack me a lunch.
It was, you know, they used to think it was healthy.
you want some Teddy Grahams?
Yeah, I don't think I actually ever.
I hope Ryan's okay.
I think we just broke
My
Ryan.
brother had the N64 in our family. He got it with his own money, so of course, being the older brother, he completely refused to share it with me. But the few occasions I did play it with him, we had this one game that we would play together that was completely unique. Like, you know, whenever you played group games with people on the 64, it was like usually like GoldenEye or Mario Kart or Conker's
Bad Fur Day. Yeah.
That was our game that we played together.
See,
Alright.
I have one last cap. I never had an N64. I had friends who had it, but in my family, we went from the Sega Genesis without the Sega CD straight to the Sega Dreamcast. So my mind was immediately blown at that point. Because I missed an entire generation of gaming.
While we're on the topic of the N64, we're gonna do most underrated games later, and this is something that almost made my list. Did anyone here ever play Blast Corps?
No, I have not. No.
Blast Corps was an N64 game, and the concept was there's this truck carrying nukes, and there's all these obstacles in the way of the truck, like old buildings and railroads and stuff like that. And you as a little guy, you were a little guy, could get out and into these vehicles to just blow up everything in the way of the two nukes. And you got like vehicles. There was one that was like a motorcycle that had rocket launchers on it. There was a bunch of mechs. Like there was one, like the mech had a jetpack and it would fly up, and then you would press a button and it would just quickly drop. And that's how you like took out tall buildings and stuff. That game, if you could find that game, get it. It is so good. That's my N64 game.
That sounds pretty bad. BA.
That sounds pretty bad.
So,
What was your answer again?
yes.
It is
Pokemon
slash Star Fox 64.
There we go. Okay.
Moving on, DeMarcus, favorite video game?
Originally, the obvious answer came to my head. Then I just thought about it for a second. And like the obvious answer would be like a Final Fantasy game. You know me, my text message. Yeah.
I put that in my notes. Marcus is gonna like a Final Fantasy. You guys are gonna love your trivia.
You know, you text me and the winning a battle sequence, it will pop up. The fanfare.
Yeah.
oh shoot, we're gonna get sued by Square Enix, are we?
Oh no, it's okay. I was covering it. It was a vocal cover.
Okay.
We don't have enough time of the song to deal with copyright issues.
Gotcha.
Is your phone on, D?
It is. You want to see?
Don't everyone text him at once. Just let Alan.
Do the viewers want to see with their ears?
See with their ears.
See, Alan just texted me. He probably texted me that I'm a faggot or something. He said boss.
I would never call you a faggot. I just sent you the word balls.
No, and the funny thing is comparable to what D said with him having a ringtone. My iPhone case is actually a first generation Pokédex, and I have a Charizard charm to go on it.
Nice.
That's how geeky we are, I guess.
And I have a Captain America wallet. Moving on.
But I thought about it, and I think my favorite game is, man, like, I wish this company would have stayed around, is Sonic. Like, I'm a Sonic fan. Like, I wanted a Sega.
They still make Sonic the Hedgehog games.
Whoa, I
they're
know.
Just awful.
They're not the same, right?
Hey, they're rebooting it.
Like, I thought,
Maybe
like,
we'll finally
Sega.
get the comic series.
I thought Sega was gonna be, you know, like the end all. Like I wanted a Sega back in the day because of Sonic.
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Yeah.
That was their slogan.
That's slogan, yeah.
Oh, I like that. I didn't know that. Man, I even wanted like the Sega Saturn, man. Like I remember like going
You wouldn't
over.
if you had one.
Right. it was all cool. I remember
Sega Saturn had the Panzer Dragoon game, and that was it.
That was
Yeah.
I remember like going over to like people's houses and like seeing like Nickelodeon, and everybody was getting a Sega Saturn, and so I was like, oh yeah. Like I remember that one night, whatever the one game on Sega Saturn, like the Knights, and there was this flippy chick, and
See,
you know what I mean?
I always went to my friend's house and played the Sega Genesis, and we would play Shaq Fu together. And that's not a joke. I would get excited to play Shaq Fu.
Hold that thought, because I don't know if you've seen this. There's a Kickstarter. It's a real thing.
Yes,
Shaq Fu 2.
Beautiful.
It looks amazing.
I would buy it.
And it's like a solo like beat 'em up game, and like they acknowledged in the trailer that the first Shaq Fu sucked. Like the end of the trailer is Shaq goes, "We're not gonna foo it up this time."
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
But yeah, Shaq Fu 2 is a thing that is probably happening.
While he's talking about the Sega Genesis, I also want to point out Sega, first company to come up with the idea of online play. Does anyone remember is it the Genesis or the Sega Channel they called it?
I remember the Sega Channel.
Yeah, I played Weapon Lord for so many hours on the Sega Channel.
Yep, I remember that.
Shoot, I didn't even. How did that work? Like, you know, the internet was just a minute.
I was a kid. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it was freaking dial-up.
I was about to say the internet was just a minute back then.
Anyway, so yeah,
I'm gonna say Sonic, man. Like, that's my favorite.
Sonic's a solid answer.
Yeah.
You guys are throwing curveballs at me because I like the answers.
Yeah.
I never would have expected Star Fox. Only kind of
would have expected Sonic,
but only barely.
All right.
You know? So that's
Ryan.
All right, I also had to think about mine long and hard because it's not easy to come up with a favorite video game. But I did ultimately come up with the answer. Bastion.
I just started playing that.
Oh my god.
I just got it. It might have been in a
That's the
Humble
game
Bundle or something.
where you are the guy trying to save the girl, so you have to go through like the... Is that not it?
No, I think you're talking about Braid.
Okay.
What's
that
one?
But Bastion is
the crab from The Little Mermaid, right?
That's Bastion.
No, that's that wrestler who ate a lot, right?
That's Bastion Booger.
Anything else? Anyone?
It's a day celebrated.
Well, we're gonna
in
stop it
Spain.
right there because we could do that for hours.
Okay, so
literally do that.
the gameplay is fun. It looks beautiful. It has a great soundtrack, and the story.
What was it about? Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it too much because there's this one point at the end. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who listens to this and goes, "Oh, I want to go play Bastion." The basic idea is an apocalypse happens that leaves the entire world in sections of floating island. floating islands all over the place.
Is this Waterworld?
No.
Okay.
No, that's a terrible movie.
But you're this kid who's going out to find sources of power to power this place called the Bastion. It's a very simple concept. It's an isometric action game. Gameplay's a lot of fun. But the most appealing part about it is the active narration. While you're playing this whole game, there's this character narrating your actions. But the thing is, he won't repeat things. So it actually feels like he's telling the story as you do it. Huh. It's not like
weird. I have this game. I haven't started playing it yet.
I recommend playing it. It is. I mean,
I'm playing so many things right now.
And to me, the best part about it is it tells its story it has great pacing. It tells its story, and then it's over.
What was it on?
PC, Xbox 360, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it does.
I got it in some like Steam bundle.
It ends in a very satisfying manner. And if anyone wants to know why I point that out, I would say Fallout 3. Fallout 3 ended abruptly, and it's a problem I've had with a lot of games lately. Is it just ends?
I have a comment about that when we get to worst video games. Not Fallout, but
a comment.
That is why I don't like the game that I will bring up, is because of the ending.
All right.
Okay.
Rad.
So I had similar struggles like Ryan, narrowing it down. I actually, in order to narrow it down, wrote a list of genres and then put my favorite from each genre. But in the end, there were 3 that I like that had good story, good mechanic, and replayability. And they were... one of these is going to sound like a joke. Final Fantasy VIII. I loved Final Fantasy VIII. That game was awesome. When I played it the first time, I was at an age where I related so much to the main character that helped me like that game as much as I did. I bet if I went through and played it again now that I'm much older, I would have a lot harder time relating to that character.
So you were in high school when you played it?
Middle school, yeah. Middle school, yep.
I mean, that was the first Final Fantasy I played. That's the one.
Very, very emo. So that's one of them. Okay, this is the one that's going to sound like a joke.
You're going to hate me later.
Leisure Suit Larry 7 Love for Sale.
God damn.
Wow. That is not a joke. I am a huge Leisure Suit Larry fan.
Why?
Because I am Larry Laffer. That is, no. Al Lowe, you did an amazing job. I know you're not listening to
let me pick up my coffee off of the table so Sean doesn't yell at me for stirring it loudly.
I didn't yell at you last time.
I probably played...
No, you yelled at me after.
I probably played Leisure Suit Larry 7 probably 10 times all the way through. It has replayability. It's very, very funny, and I treasure that in games. It's a good sense of humor. All right, no, but the best graphics of the 3 of them, the best mechanics of the 3 of them, the best story of the 3 of them, and replayability being a major factor, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. And I think I might be in a minority that likes the second to the first.
The second, everyone complains it seemed rushed.
I liked both of them.
It was very, very glitchy.
I liked both of them.
BioWare makes great games.
I think part of why I prefer the second to the first is because I got to play through the second a lot more. I lost the discs to the first game after my second or third playthrough. I've played the second game through 10 times.
God, you made me think of something. I'm gonna have to pull a Sean Young on most underrated games later, because I have 4.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you gonna talk about a Disney Channel original movie too? Was there a Xenon Girl the 21st Century game on the Game Boy Advance or something?
I bet there is.
Probably was. There was a freaking Cory in the House video game.
You know, and the game, it reminded me a lot of the award-winning film Smart House.
What award did
I
you
just
win?
dropped a Smart House reference
On the podcast.
on the podcast like a creamy dump.
Wait, did it?
I don't even know what that is.
Did it seriously win an award?
No.
No.
Yes.
Now, for my favorite video game, I had my obvious answer would be a series. And like everyone seemingly here, I'm not going to go with my obvious answer. Because I had trouble picking, because like the games I started out with, the games that made me a gamer were the Street Fighter games. I super got into Street Fighter 2 when I had an NES before it, but I got the Super Nintendo, and like Street Fighter 2 and Super Mario World, which came with it, were like my first games. But yeah, I've played like freaking every Street Fighter game. And this was almost on my underrated games list, but I thought more and more about it, and I just love this game so much. Def Jam Fight for New York.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Def Jam Fight for New York, for those of you who are not familiar with it, there was a game called Def Jam Vendetta before it. And if you're aware of the greatest professional wrestling video game of all time, which is WWF No Mercy, the guys who made the system for No Mercy used it to make a wrestling game about rappers, which was Def Jam Vendetta. And it was fun. It was already a really awesome system. It didn't matter that they took it to such a wild setting, but then they released Def Jam Fight for New York, and while they kept like the core like system, they made it all about street brawling, and it was more open, and it is by far my favorite game ever. And just when I started playing it and I was enjoying the hell out of it, and then Henry Rollins was a fighter in the game, and I was just
Danny
like,
Trejo.
What? Danny Trejo, Machete, is a fighter in the game. Flava Flav in there.
Like
Even MC Chris is in that game.
Is he?
What?
Is he?
No,
Pockets is MC Chris.
I don't. What? I did not. What?
You just blew Alan's mind.
He's foaming at the mouth.
I do not think so. What? What? I'll have to look into that. I don't think that's right.
Man.
If it's right, it kind of does blow my mind.
Man.
Yeah.
I will admit I could be wrong on that. It's based off his voice. It's based off his voice.
But yeah, Def Jam Fight for New York is my pick.
Man, I remember, like, because Alan had been telling me about it, and then, like, I actually came over and hung out with him, and he was like, yeah, who'd you say, who's the trainer again?
Henry Rollins.
Yeah, Henry Rollins. He was like, oh yeah, Henry Rollins is the trainer, and I was like, what? And then he was like, okay, here's some of the training stuff.
For those of you who are not aware, Henry Rollins is the lead singer of punk band Black Flag.
Yeah.
He also had Rollins Band, and he does spoken word stuff now.
And like he showed me some of the training stuff, and Henry Rollins was kicking ass, dude.
Yeah.
Like he was like doing these moves where you were just like, me and Alan just started like playing this game.
I was just cycling through all the finishing moves, and I was like, permanent neck damage, paralyzed for the rest of his life, dead, paralysis, dead.
For real, like he throws you 6 feet in the air, and you just land back first into his knee or into like his arm, or it's just
face.
I will
bone
also
crushing.
say-
One of the last finishers you unlock in that game, and it's my favorite one, I'm so happy when you get it, is you set your opponent up on their head, you put both of your feet in their armpits, and you jump up and down on their neck like they're a pogo stick.
It's just horrible. It's just crazy.
Yeah, that's Def Jam Fight for New York.
That's crazy.
Alan showed me the game, and it made me. Wow, I was supposed to say.
Yeah, I was wrong.
I was about to say the most awkward thing in the world.
made
And I thought
you
about what?
Made me jizz.
No. I was gonna say because it was in storage.
awkward.
I was about to say, like I saw Alan play this game, so I took my Nintendo Wii out of storage, but I was about to say I pulled my Wii. I was about to say I pulled out my Wii. Yeah, I was about to.
Show me the game and
I pulled out my Wii.
Whoa!
I pulled out my Wii and had to go to Vintage Stock to try to find a copy of it.
It is so hard to find.
It is, yeah, it was really difficult. Out of like the 5 Vintage Stocks that we have in the area, only one had it, and it was in like Lee Summit, Missouri, which is far from here.
I also have to say, Snoop Dogg plays the main bad guy.
Yeah.
And it's one of the greatest things ever because you go through this series of street fighters, right? And you get to Snoop Dogg, who's like the leader of this street fighting cartel, and he's actually like a really badass martial artist.
And he's
he just kung fu's all over you.
You wouldn't think it, but Snoop Dogg accomplishes being like sinister in that game.
And it has convinced.
And the plot in that game is actually good.
Yeah.
Like if you play through the story mode, you play a created character, and the plot is actually not bad.
It has made me want to someday make a hardcore martial arts film where just at the end Snoop Dogg is the bad guy, or like the head fighter of the bad guy.
Good plot is kind of unique to a fighting game like that.
Yeah, and it's a fighting game about rappers.
I will say,
so it's not like Santino comes and pulls someone out of the crowd.
I will say, fighting games are getting better about plot with both Mortal Kombat and Injustice: Gods Among Us.
Injustice, yes, so good. Anyway, we're gonna move on to what is your least favorite video game, Sean?
All right, so like I said, I grew up with the N64, and when I was in Hong Kong with my family, we found this system. It was like, I don't know if it was illegal, but it was black market. It was not licensed by Nintendo. But
I'm sorry.
It was called a CD64. And what it was it was
CD. It was CD64.
Shut up. No, but so what it was is if you look on the bottom of your 64, you know how there's like a little switch, like a little slot that you can put stuff in? No?
Yes, it was meant to be where you plugged in the 64DD, which was only released in Japan. The 64 disc drive.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it was. It was a disc drive that you would put your Nintendo 64 on top of, and it would play CDs. And the cool thing was, like, each CD had maybe, depending on how, big the CD was, they could have like 20 to 40 games on it.
Oh wow.
So I was able to play like all these games, both, in English and in Japanese. And, the problem was with this one was because it was black market, you couldn't save anything. So if you wanted to play a game throughout the whole thing, you had to, leave it on for a week. But I played almost every single game at least once. And the worst one, the one that I couldn't finish, the one that I couldn't even get to the first level was I love StarCraft on the PC, right?
Yeah.
StarCraft is a good game.
Yeah.
But if you play that on the 64, you will punch yourself in the face.
Sure.
Like, they take
it's
out
really
all the good things about the PC game. Because, there's no voice acting, you can't drag and click. It's just, it's just music. There's no good transitions, there's no good animation. It was just... After I saw that, I was just like, I need to buy StarCraft on PC, because I had an illegal copy of that too. I am a terrible, terrible person.
Yeah,
but,
that's...
Could've told you that.
Yeah, like, in my opinion, worse than Superman 64. Because at least I can get to the first level of that. At least I had, like, a little enjoyment of being Superman for a little bit. Being Jim Raynor on the 64 was miserable. Can you move here? No, you can't.
There's a few types of games that I don't think, and this is personally, I don't think. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but like real-time strategies and first-person shooters, I think belong on a PC. Mm-hmm. there's so much.
I'll
more
agree.
functional.
I'll agree with that as far as real-time strategies go. But I was also kind of like I started early on FPSs on controllers, but
See, for me, and again, it's just a personal thing. For me, controlling a crosshair is so much easier with a mouse.
Yeah.
And with a joystick, I feel like I've got like giant foam fingers on while I'm trying to hold my gun. You know, like I'm trying to shoot like a two-handed rifle with big old foam sport fingers on, and it's just not happening.
Guys, go after that guy. He's got giant foam fingers.
I don't think he's a real threat, sir. Look, he's
just shooting
He
everywhere.
just dropped his gun.
all right.
I want to take on the subject of shooters. I want to take this moment to say anyone who's making a shooter for the PlayStation 3, let us switch the triggers for the gun.
Yeah.
It sucks using R2 to shoot.
Yeah.
That's that kind of Well, I'm not a shooter.
Thank you.
But,
DeMarcus, least favorite game.
it's not one specific game. It's like a genre of games. I'm not a sports game person.
Oh man.
It's just, I don't know, like you're taking something that I already don't really care about that much anyway, and putting it in something that I just have to repeatedly do the same thing. Yeah, I know a lot of games are like repeatedly doing the same thing, but like it's like, you know.
I can kind of feel you on that. Like from even like when they started it, every once in a while someone will try and get me to play Madden.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And I'll just be like, yeah, I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Right?
That's why.
I'll say the same thing about the video game as I say in real life. Don't play Madden, play NCAA. And why I say that is because the college athletes just try harder.
It's true.
I have played both. I have played Madden, I've played NCAA. The only football game that I liked playing and would actually put in my console and play was NCAA 2005. That one lets you create your own team. You could put yourself on a football team.
See, that's what's
and
up.
give yourself beefed up stats and play with yourself.
And if you can't stand, if you can't stand a video game with, like a realistic sport, hey, there's always NBA Jam, NFL Blitz.
Yeah.
Where
SSX Tricky.
Oh,
Like,
I love
NBA
Tricky so
Streets,
much.
like I actually kind of was interested in playing NBA Streets because it looked like, hey, this is kind of funky, and people are gonna do the funky chicken while they dance.
DeMarcus is dancing in his seat right now.
What was the N64 one that was a football game? That was
NFL Blitz?
Blitz, yeah.
I remember that was when it was in the arcade. Like I didn't know how to play. The arcade.
Okay, so I think what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you don't like traditional sports and games.
Probably
because do you like the wrestling games?
I do, but I feel like those are like different.
And here's the most important question: do you like the best game ever created by a man? Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in Pony
Hawk. Magical rainbows and unicorns glide across ramps and half pipes.
Tony Hawk. Oh god.
Now someone's gonna make that.
Again, any artists listen.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Little pony.
But like I like to mess around.
Down hills and shredding the pipe.
Our new
Rage Against the Machine's cover of the Pony theme song.
We're just gonna
Are we at the 30-minute mark?
We're just gonna,
We're at the 35-minute end.
we're just gonna every week
50-second
accumulate new
mark.
characters that people need to draw. Gladys, Pony Hawk and Gladys the Gargoyle.
Oh, also our superhero team.
Yeah, our superhero team.
Yeah.
With their mascot Pony Hawk
I've got a really bad feeling.
and our villain Gladys the Gargoyle.
35-minute mark.
I've got a really bad feeling.
I'll put a stop to this team. Where's my medication? Lawrence Welk is on.
I've got a really bad feeling that if we're at the 30-minute mark, our next week's topic's going to be My Little Pony.
Don't let it be, because I know nothing about it.
I don't either.
Hello.
Okay.
I do.
But yeah, like I think the traditional sports games, like, because I remember playing Blitz in the. I'm stop doing that.
If you can't see what's going on, DeMarcus puts his fist in the air and just kind of like
moves it up and
moves
down.
it up and down and up and down and up and
In
down.
a manner suggesting
It's a controller.
Yeah.
a butter churn, I suppose.
A one-handed butter churn right in front of you. Right in front of you, really, really close.
Sorry, I snorted.
See, I liked. Yeah, you don't like the traditional games.
Yeah.
There was when the
spunk on
PlayStation, the original PlayStation came out, there was a demo disc that came with it, and there was a demo of WCW Nitro.
Oh my god.
That was the coolest. There were only 2 characters unlocked: Hulk Hogan and the Stinger.
All right. Least favorite video game.
All right. I'm gonna know instantly if anyone else has heard about this, because General Custer's Revenge.
You actually played that?
As an adult, yes.
Okay, I was gonna say you had a copy of that growing up. Oh my god.
Okay, if it's growing up, then I'm gonna have to say the Space Jam game.
Okay.
But General Custer's Revenge, I could not play because I was just so shocked. I mean, you look at the advertisement for it, and it's General Custer leading a line of troops towards the screen, and then it all goes
If you
wrong.
would like to know the concept of General Custer's Revenge,
Please.
it is an Atari game.
Oh Lord.
So Pixels.
So Pixels, and it was created by an adult cinema company.
Oh Lord.
Now the concept is you play as General Custer, standing out in a field with his fully erect patriotic dick, and a bandana and a hat. It's the Ascot bandana that really sells it for me.
It's to prevent sunburn.
And you see him from
'cause he's
profile,
outside,
so he's got like that big smile on his face.
He's also got, yeah.
I think that's supposed to be a mustache.
Is it a mustache?
And your objective,
I hope so.
And your objective is to get across the screen, avoiding the obstacles. Is it arrows?
Arrows, snakes.
Cactuses, maybe?
That kind
no,
of
wait.
thing.
And you have to get across the screen to a Native American woman with large breasts tied to a cactus and have your way with her
While she's on the cactus.
while she's tied to the cactus.
Yeah.
That is the whole game,
And remember, these are
To-
Atari graphics.
to forcibly take a Native American woman.
And frankly, I thought it was really brave to add his cameo into Wreck-It Ralph. That was
Oh, God.
You know they're making a sequel, right?
to General Custer's Revenge.
No. Wreck-It Ralph. There's gonna be a Wreck-It Ralph 2.
That would be
It's a Kickstarter.
If for some reason a Disney animator hears this podcast and he puts him in the movie, it's all you.
just a
all
shirtless
you.
man in the background. Like, you can't see his lower body, but he's got an ascot and a bandana on and
Big
no
old
shirt.
mustache.
Honestly, just like a phone call, like, oh, Custer, no, we're full. We're full.
I mean, no.
No. All right.
Okay. Mine's a little odd. I have a thing about writing because I am a writer. I like my writing to be good. And when something feels rushed or doesn't have an adequate ending, I just kind of automatically don't like it. And it's just a habit of mine. I wish it were another way. It makes me not like some otherwise good movies. So my favorite game was in the Star Wars universe. It's only fitting that my least favorite is also in the Star Wars universe. It is The Force Unleashed 2.
Oh, that's...
The first one was so good. I really liked that game. The second one felt like half a game.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
I played through it and I got to a point where I was like, all right, I wonder what the next mission's gonna be. Oh, it's over. Completely abrupt, and that it was offensive. Like, I was really disappointed in that game, and that was, of course, I mean, it wasn't like something I played in childhood.
No,
it was something recent.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'll also say you fight Darth Vader way too many times in that game.
Yeah.
And again, pointing out the writing, Darth Vader's plan is awful. All right, so I had this apprentice, right? He made it through, and the canon ending is the apprentice turns to the light side.
Yeah.
So Darth Vader's looking at the situation, he's like, all right, I messed up. I did that wrong. So let's do the exact same thing again. Which is nothing like excluding the prequel trilogies, is nothing like I've ever seen Darth Vader acting like.
Yeah. No, I really like The Force Unleashed because of the DLC that came out. The first one.
Right.
I never played that.
They did DLC for the first one that continued the story if you got the dark side ending.
Oh, I did see that. I actually ran a Saga Edition game based on that alternate reality. The idea is at the Battle of Hoth, they just unleashed the apprentice and he killed a lot of the heroes.
He killed a bunch of the heroes, and spoiler alert, the DLC, they send the apprentice to the Battle of Hoth because he's like the new Darth Vader-y guy, and he just kills like all the heroes, and then he shows up and he fights Luke, and he forces Luke to give in to hate while fighting him, and the end of it is like Luke is down defeated, and then he raises up and his like eyes are turning yellow, like Sith yellow, and I was like, that is so cool. I want to play that game.
Now, I played the first one, and I played it on PS2.
Yeah, sorry.
That's what, like, I heard that, like, you get, like, different games from, like, different...
You get absolutely... It's an entirely different game.
And, like, I enjoyed it, but, like, you know... I don't know, like, it might have been, like, structured weird on the PS2. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a storage issue, memory or something.
Definitely.
Yeah. What'd you play it on?
I played it on Xbox.
So it was on this. Okay.
Xbox.
So it was better on the Xbox?
360.
360.
Says, because, I mean, he's talking about playing on the PS2. I feel we have to clarify.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, yeah, because like I heard it was like totally different stories and totally like just
the first one was really, really good, and it was so surprising that the second one it felt rushed. It felt like they were like, oh yeah, we've got the go ahead to do the second one, and we're mid production, we're 4 weeks in, and funding's cut. Okay, well I guess we'll just wrap it up here.
Yeah, it's good. We're good now.
All right. So my least favorite game. It's a childhood game. When I went back and like tried to play, I was like, I don't know, maybe it was just hard because I was a kid. No, this game is impossible. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game for the NES.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that game with such a fiery passion.
Yeah.
The underwater level with all the
There's the underwater level where you are A, on a timer, and B, you have to make like slow, precise movements because everything is electric, and that game is so bad.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. That's not the arcade one.
No, it's the original
that's
NES one.
Yeah. That's the one I played too, and
it doesn't have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme even.
Yeah, it's got that Stevie Wonder song. Or
I know the music from that game because
You hate it so much.
because I remember my mom got me 2 games, and it was that one and one I never heard of, and that one I never heard of went on to become my favorite NES game of all time. Little known game called Low G Man.
Oh yeah.
But man, I was expecting to. I was like, oh, I got Low G Man and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles so much. And it was just awful.
the arcade one was pretty good though. I liked that.
Yeah, another one of my favorite games of all time is going to be Turtles in Time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played that,
So, yes.
the Simpsons arcade game all the time when I was in movies.
All right.
Barman.
So, we come to our next topic. Most underrated game and most overrated game.
I haven't heard that game.
No, it's a game where. Well, everyone's looking at me and I can't think of an answer.
Well, because you always
I'm
go
always
first.
He wanted me to be first, but
You wanted you to be first. I listened to that episode.
that was the first time, and that's because there was at least 8-9 seconds of silence.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a while.
Yeah, Priska was pressuring you so hard. I know.
Just jabbing me in the rib the entire time. Well, I don't know. Really, I'll let you go first. Give me some time to think.
I got overrated. I'm not overrated. I have an underrated game. I don't know. I can't think of the overrated, but underrated. It was a game on the Super Nintendo. Ren and Stimpy. I used to really enjoy that game. It was just it showed all the humor of the show, and then a side scroller. I remember I was in Ren's mouth, fighting cavities and shit. It was interesting. It was all that gross humor, throwing poop and shiza. That's the same thing.
Same thing in German.
I got my answer.
And it's just I don't know. It was I never beat it though. I never got to the end of it because I feel like back in the day, on the Super Nintendo, you had to beat the whole game at then, or you go all the way back to the beginning. So I could never beat the game in one sitting. So I'd be replaying it and shit. But it was fun. It was interesting. Overrated. I don't know about my overrated. Go back to Sean.
Tag me in.
Tagged in, Sean.
So, after 3 or 4 minutes of thinking, my favorite underrated game of all time is a game that I used to play all the time with my cousin in Delaware. It was always it's sad because we're going to Delaware, New York to see my grandparents. No, I'm going to Delaware to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter.
Yes.
Fighting
game.
It was Street Fighter, but with Ninja Turtles.
And Donatello had the broken move that everyone hated.
It was the stupid rotating stick
rotating
thing that
stick
went
thing, yeah.
low, then mid, then high, and no one can get past it.
That was Super Nintendo.
That was Super
right?
Nintendo, yes.
I had that.
And my cousin and I played that all the time, and that was one of our rules: don't be Donatello, because he had that stupid move. But no, never had a dull moment playing that. I think my most overrated game of all time, is probably, don't hate me for saying this, but probably the Call of Duty series.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't hate you.
It's the same game. Every single one.
I will say, it is the same game mechanics, but the thing you have is they continue to add things as they go on. Which I will say you can consider an issue, but I do not, because I love the Dynasty Warriors series.
Yeah.
Every Dynasty Warriors
fair.
is the same.
I know.
They just add more characters.
And
then they did Dynasty Warriors Gundam.
And I can say the same thing.
And then they only released one of the Gundam Wing Gundams in the game, and I was pissed.
I can say the same thing with Pokemon. Same game, just add more Pokemon, add different people.
Sword Pokemon.
Call of Duty though is just, it's really.
Have you heard about Hyrule Warriors, by the way?
Yes, I have.
They're doing a Dynasty Warriors game with all Legend of Zelda characters.
And which I think if they really throw themselves at the story for it, it could get a really good outcome.
Absolutely. Hyrule Warriors.
At some point, I want to talk about my idea for a Hyrule Warriors story.
Okay.
Do you have an overrated one yet?
I can't think of one. The only thing I could even think of is I suck at shooter games, so I kind of tend to stay away from shooter games.
Yeah. All right.
I feel the same with Halo too. Call of Duty and Halo.
All right.
Sorry, just.
My most underrated game is Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy.
So close. Is that the fighting game with Star Wars?
No, it's not. It's part of the.
That fighting game is terrible.
I've only seen it.
Masters of the Terras Kasai.
I've only seen it at Hy-Vee. I've only played the demo at Hy-Vee. That's it.
And I actually have a runner-up for most underrated, and that is the Star Wars Episode 3 game. That game fixes the story of Star Wars Episode 3.
Wow. Nice.
Damn.
For my most overrated game, it was said already, Halo. And let me clarify something. I have played a lot of Halo. I have been to MLG tournaments of Halo. I have played a shit ton of Halo. But let's be honest, guys. It's just another sci-fi story. It's nothing mind-blowing or new.
Yeah, the game mechanics are fine. It's just, story-wise, it's just okay.
People have elevated the story to this pedestal that I think it just doesn't meet at all.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, the thing that, it makes Halo, so, godlike in people's eyes is, I think it's the multiplayer mode, just having fun with your friends.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but there's comparing Halo to GoldenEye. It's just you can't.
Well, and here's my breakdown of it. Right, you have all of the sci-fi tropes in place. You have Space Marines, you have an honorable warrior race, and you have the race that's infecting everything and it's going to grow out of control. Which ultimately still brings it all the way back to Warhammer 40k.
Right.
But I don't feel like the story does anything new in sci-fi. Because one of my other favorite games, StarCraft, can also be traced directly back to Warhammer 40k. But as the story has progressed, it has set itself apart so well. That's
okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
So-
I agree.
Okay.
So you said Jedi Academy, and I said so close because in my notes for best first-person shooter, I have Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast.
That one is also amazing.
That one
That's a complicated
is
name.
beautiful.
I will admit,
All right.
I only like Jedi Academy because I get to make my own Jedi.
Yeah.
Right.
Jedi
So,
Academy.
Okay. Overrated, underrated. Oh, no. Underrated first. Underrated. I have narrowed down to 3. They're all completely obscure games, so I apologize for this. I loved the game Carmageddon.
What?
I know that one.
That was awesome. There was one on the PlayStation called Jackie Chan Stuntmaster.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
think I've heard
that
about
was
that
another
one.
great game. But one of my favorites on the PlayStation was, we were just talking about this before we started recording, Gex Enter the Gecko. The references in that game were perfect. It was high comedy and just a ton of really good referential humor and parody and satire and whatnot. So those are my 3 underrated games. My overrated
Forgot about
game,
Gex.
and here's the thing: Call of Duty would have made my list, except I never played Call of Duty.
Right.
Halo totally would have made my list because I have played Halo and I hate it. But here's the one it's gonna get gamers mad at me. I think actual gamers, not people who play Halo, because those aren't gamers. Half-Life.
Let's throw plates at him.
Hang on.
I haven't played Half-Life.
I have
Blood
to
is
step
dripping
up
out of my nose.
Okay, I enjoy Half-Life except for the driving sections.
I'll put it this way. As I said before,
It's a perfect game.
It's the Godfather of video games.
Well, really, because to me it's like the Godfather 3 of video games.
You may want to leave before Alan murders you.
No. Okay, here's the thing. As I said before, and this might salt the wound. I am a fan of writing.
Yeah.
You shut your horn off.
Here's what I will give the game. The mechanics of the game were really revolutionary and really great for what it was, for when it was. I didn't get an opportunity to play it when it came out. I didn't get an opportunity to play it until years later. Years later, and not only could I not get into it myself, but I felt like it was already dated because I played other games that had aped the new mechanics that were in Half-Life. So it's the same thing. Like, if you saw Citizen Kane when it came out, you would have said, "Oh my gosh, this is great cinematography." But after seeing any 4 episodes of CSI, going back and watching The Usual Suspects is kind of like, yeah, that. So that's where I am with Half-Life. It's no offense to anyone out there.
Let's clarify right now. He said
fired.
It's for his most overrated.
Yes, not bad, just overrated, and that's a personal like.
All right. Well, you're fired. So my most underrated game, I have 3 picks here that I'm going to say. I'm going to get my controversial one out of the way last.
Okay.
We mentioned BioWare earlier, and it made me think of Jade Empire.
I didn't even think of that.
Well, actually, Ryan and I were just talking about this the other day.
Yeah, Jade Empire.
Yeah, that other day 2 weeks ago.
That's
Jade
still
Empire.
the other day. Sorry.
Jade Empire, if you don't know, is like BioWare takes tropes and builds stuff around them. Jade Empire is built around the trope of Eastern mythology.
Why was there not a sequel?
I don't know.
Especially now that they actually understand how to do open palm and closed fist. That's not just good and evil.
Yeah, right.
I think I remember him talking
But yeah,
about
it's a kung fu Eastern mythology epic
And it
by
is.
BioWare.
And boy, is it
I'm
epic.
kicking myself because I thought of one now after you said Jade Empire of an underrated game. Did you guys ever play Throne of Darkness or Shadow Warrior? Either of those?
Shadow Warrior.
played
Yeah.
Shadow Warrior
I
was
know that.
amazing. That just made me think of that.
That's one I can. Have you guys played the reboot of Shadow Warrior?
There's a reboot?
Yeah, it's recent.
I don't know.
It's really, really good, and no one's talking about it, and it pisses me off. My second game, kind of controversial. Chrono Cross.
Yeah, okay.
I actually agree with you on that point.
Because
I actually never played it, but-
here's where people are gonna hate me. I played Chrono Cross before I ever played Chrono Trigger, and I played Chrono Trigger. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's amazing, revolutionary RPG. But Chrono Cross I played beforehand, and I guess people were pissed because it was so not Chrono Trigger and was supposed to be a sequel to Chrono Trigger.
Right.
But it's still a really good game to me. And my number one underrated game is Legend of Dragoon for the PS1.
I remember.
Now here's where everyone's gonna hate me.
Badass.
I like Legend of Dragoon better than Final Fantasy VII.
Totally. Okay.
Oh, DeMarcus he's taken off his hood.
Those polygons are awful. I'm sorry. Even as a kid, I didn't think they were good.
Like when I was younger, I used to catch hell for that from friends, and I was like, but the combo system is so fun, and I like it so much better. I
Yeah.
love it so much better, and I still love Final Fantasy VII.
Right,
Don't get me
right.
wrong, still an awesome game, but I like Legend. And,
Legend of Dragoon's one of my favorite
and
RPGs.
here is.
I haven't played.
You got Half-Life, so I'm gonna say my most overrated game of all time
I know
is
this.
Final Fantasy VIII.
I knew that one was coming.
That's why you said I'd hate you later.
Yeah, I did,
yeah.
but I knew that one.
Because, and I think it's for a similar reason to why you liked it so much. You played it in middle school, so you were able to identify it with that character. I played it as an adult, and he was a whiny bitch.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
was the one
and
that
part of
got
the
me
reason
into it.
that I think I was able to get into it was because it was middle school.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do all day. So I would get home from school and have an entire evening of being able to completely immerse myself uninterrupted into this game. Trying to play it as an adult when you have, responsibilities that can distract you from gameplay. Yeah, I can see how that would be.
I agree with
an
that.
unenjoyable experience.
But
Now-
Squall is still better than Titus.
Well, that's not saying a whole hell of a lot.
True. Just saying, though.
Now,
Freaking No Titus laugh.
I think why
Freaking the cast of Final Fantasy 1 is better than Titus. They don't say anything.
I think the reason why I have such a heart for that game is because it was like the first game of that type I actually played.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually played like a RPG like that until Final Fantasy VIII, and like I don't know, it just
Yeah,
and it took me,
now that I think about it, either Chrono Cross or Legend of Dragoon was probably like my first big RPG like that.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII was mine.
So, and then it, like, I went through so much with that game, too. Like, I didn't have a fucking memory card, because my mom thought it was, like, something that you had to buy for Walmart. Like, she thought it was, like, you're a membership for Walmart, so she wouldn't buy me one. So I had to, like, keep replaying it and trying to stay up and play it. And then my levels weren't high enough, and so I had to restart it again. So, like, I've been through so much with that game, and so I just, like, have a heart for it.
Yeah. I thought of another underrated game, in my opinion.
Okay.
Shining Force 2 for the Sega Genesis.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What's that one?
I say in my very white voice.
Have you ever played?
Baby.
Have you ever played Fire Emblem?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shining Force was the Sega's answer to Fire Emblem.
Ooh.
Okay.
It was a turn-based strategy game. There were things that I find clearly superior. One is the lack of weapon durability. I think weapon durability, the only game I've ever enjoyed it in is Fallout, where a point is everything is breaking. But in most games, the durability system is awful.
Yeah.
It's just one more thing you have to manage.
Yeah. I get that.
I'm the same way with carry capacity.
The second is...
You're encumbered. Oh, fuck yourself.
The second is...
Everybody has dysentery.
You had less overlap with the
That's a good fun
troops.
story about that here in a
You had
second.
less overlap with troop classes in Shining Force. You would run into more unique characters than you did in Shining Force, and it gave the game a lot of spirit. And 1 was a pretty good game. But Shining Force 2 is an amazing game.
Yeah.
Where you have to unite you have to unite the forces of good and evil to take out the ultimate evil who will try to destroy absolutely everything.
So you gotta find balance.
So, the story Brad just reminded me of. I'm a huge fan of the Fallout series. I was playing Fallout 3, and I became over-encumbered after a battle. Killed a bunch of guys who had like a bunch of really cool stuff. So I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do? So I took all my items and put them on the dead body and dragged that dead body.
Yeah, I've done that.
You know, guys, we're missing the obvious best game in the world. Oregon Trail. You know Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fucking hunt.
At least you didn't say Farmville.
Now,
Candy Crush.
I have to ask if this is in your list of topics. If it's not, it's one I want to bring up. Are we going to talk about favorite consoles?
No.
Then I'd like to get this out of the way. The Game Boy Advance SP is the greatest console ever made.
Okay.
SP.
Well, I guess it doesn't need to be SP, but
It's
the-
not that-
Well, yes, it
folds,
does.
right?
You need
Like the
you need to
hinge
justify that it is the SP because the original Game Boy Advance was a turd.
It was literally a brick. Like Game Boy Advance was this. Game Boy SP was the one with the hinge, right? That could
Yeah.
yes,
open up and down.
and
Yeah.
also backlighting.
Okay. I was like SP. I didn't know what the special.
Thank you for giving me that moment.
Yeah, you're
all
welcome. We're gonna move on to our next topic. What is your dream video game? If there was a video game you could create for yourself to play,
Oh God.
what would it be? I have an answer that's going to make DeMarcus jizz in his pants.
Me too, probably.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one that I didn't think of.
Either.
Man.
I already know my answer.
That air is so great.
Just
I
delicious.
think, my game already exists. It's The Room, the video game.
That's true. That's a thing.
That's a thing that exists.
Wait, like the movie?
Yes,
The video game?
The movie,
yes.
The Room.
If you go on Newgrounds or like another Flash site, someone with incredible talent took the movie and turned it into like
an 8-bit video
like
game.
an 8-bit video game, and it's great.
That's awesome.
Like hearing
I want to see.
hearing Tommy Wiseau and oh my gosh, what's his name? Mark.
Greg Sestero?
Yeah, Greg Sestero.
Yes.
Yeah, like in the game when you fight Chris Star on top of the building, because I'm a huge Pokemon fan, they transition it just like Pokemon. So it'll be Johnny and Mark versus Chris Star. And hearing the Room theme with a Pokemon essence of music, it's just
In 8-bit?
It's an 8-bit. It's like and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I would have gladly paid for that video game.
Okay, so your answer is a thing that already exists.
I think it already exists.
All right.
But if I have another one, I will let you know.
All right, DeMarcus.
Okay, so I think like I would like merge something that kind of exists, but like put my own spin on it.
Yeah.
It's like what's that? What's that? Larry the Suit Dude?
Larry the Suit Larry.
Larry the Suit Dude.
Larry the Suit Dude.
He's the attorney for Pony Hawk. In their epic struggle against Gladys the Gargoyle.
Was that the one where he was like summa cum laude or like?
Oh, magna cum laude.
Yeah.
That's the like newest.
Is that
It's not the newest.
Is that the one where he was going around like bedding, Playboy bunnies and shit?
Yeah, every game is essentially his sexual misadventures, I should say.
I think I'd like tweak that movie game.
Yeah.
And like
be careful saying tweak regarding Leisure Suit Larry. It's usually an option.
I'd like put myself as the lead character.
And then have it be real.
Right?
So Laser Shoot Larry with customizable characters.
Like it'll be like DeMarcus, penis adventures or something. And then like
Again,
I'm just betting a bunch of redheads.
Okay, artists, do not make that.
Artists, please make that.
I actually want to kind of see that happen. I want to see us. I want to see us with our mascot Pony Hawk and our lawyer Larry the Suit Dude fighting Gladys the Gargoyle in our all-new video game, DeMarcus Penis Adventures. Like that would be.
Oh my
God.
At least make a game case.
I know there are artists out there. If you could just make the game cover, I would be so happy.
I hate to deflate your dreams.
Redheads.
But wouldn't Leisure Suit Larry featuring a black man pretty much just be the ladies' man?
Is that a video game?
No, that's the Tim Meadows movie.
It would be
Well, I mean, I know,
the
but
ladies' man,
it's-
the video game, essentially.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
That's the bud.
That's the bud.
Jabba?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be, would be the ladies' man, the video game.
All right, Jesus.
Me bed and redheads.
I think we're done with that. This is the best laugh I've had.
Got a thing for redheads.
DeMarcus' penis adventure.
My first game, number one option, is Jade Empire 2.
Okay.
Okay, at this point it's been so long, I understand if it's not even just a sequel as much as a side story, but, there's enough logs in the game that they do an alright job of fleshing out the world. The game leaves off on enough of a note that there's still a lot to go off of. There's a lot of potential there, and personally I would make it, the main character of the first Jade Empire, I'd make you one of their students. The problem with that being, of course, if you had the closed fist ending, you know what. Not a lot of opportunity.
You can do that thing like how Mass Effect 2 had that DLC. It was called like Genesis or something, where they made the intro into like a comic. And if you didn't have the first Mass Effect, you could just make your choices in the front or in the beginning of the game. Yeah. So you could do something like that.
True. And then the other one is an Avatar: The Last Airbender game that does not suck.
Yes, thank you.
A third-person action game.
Kind of like going through, like if you had like a God of War or something, or like with those kind of fighting games,
or like a palette swap of Mega Man.
Yeah.
You get out of here.
Just make a side scroller, like a sprite-based side scroller for I would play that. That'd be pretty cool.
So, the Nickelodeon official website also thought that, but it's the Nickelodeon official website, so enough said.
True. Touche.
So.
Okay, my turn?
Yes.
Hold on to your butts.
Holding on.
Holding on to butt.
All right. I want a third-person RPG with intense mechanics like you would see in Neverwinter Nights, mixed with some of the mechanics from, yes, I'm bringing it up again, Final Fantasy VIII. The only reason I bring it up is because one of the things that you do in Final Fantasy VIII with the GFs, or Guardian Forces, is you essentially demon bind. So you attach these things, like you bind with them, and then you can have magical spells that boost your stats and whatnot. So like having some advanced mechanics like that. So that's the core of the game. Now here's the next step. Neverwinter Nights, really cool, but you're one person. I want a single player game, not an MMO, a single player game where you are team-based, that you can do focus swapping, where you can pick which character you're controlling at any given time, and it's got intelligent enough AI to handle that. It's kind of like Final
Fantasy 13.
What's the Dragon Age? Mm-hmm. Dragon Age has that where you can switch between your characters and pick which one you're doing. Team-based. Now, I want this to be written preferably by LucasArts, even though that is pretty much defunct now, because LucasArts had some of the most humorous, creative writing teams that the gaming industry ever saw. I want mechanics by BioWare, marketing by 2K, and LucasArts or Sierra to write this thing and have it be essentially a Your Highness video game.
Huh.
So like a D&D satire comedy video game. That would be my ideal.
All right.
I like that.
And everyone's laughing at the fart.
I didn't fart. It was the...
It's leather, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. No, that is cool.
I'm just looking at the sound thing. There's just a big wave randomly.
Anyway.
Okay.
I have a mini answer and then my real answer. My mini answer is an adventure game like Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, only it stars Sid Highwind and freaking Red.
Okay, Red 13.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, just
Sid
that.
is a badass.
What would they be?
I love Sid. I don't know. I don't care what they would be doing.
I just want them.
I just want that game. Now, my real answer.
I like that.
And it's something I've kind of gotten, but it's personally, I want the perfect, customizable character, superhero sandbox game.
Okay.
Now we kind of got that with Saints Row 4.
Oh, never mind.
Because in Saints Row 4 is where you get superpowers.
Yeah, and you get to fight aliens and...
But I want, like, very more traditional. And as far as superhero sandbox games, some of the Spider-Man games are really good. Infamous.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Infamous.
Another thing.
Prototype.
Prototype. That's the one.
Although calling yourself
a hero in Prototype, no.
At the very least, you murder about 50,000 people.
Yeah.
Would you consider Arkham
Superheroes
City?
do that all the time.
Would you consider Arkham City like?
But customizable is the thing I'm
So
looking
you don't
for.
have to play Batman.
You don't have to
so
play
Arkham
Batman.
City, but
You make your own superhero. You decide your power set, and it's like when I heard about DCU Online coming out. I love DCU Online. I played the hell out of it, but I was like, man, you know what I really want? This with a focus on single player and with no one else.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. DCUO is the best massively single-player online game I've ever played. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've
That and
never
Old Republic I really like.
I've never played with a party in DCUO. I really like the base mechanics, except for the fact that you have to pay for something as simple as lightning. And also, I want to say this: it needs to have the level of costume customization that City of Heroes did.
yes.
Yeah.
Would you
Absolutely.
say
miss
you
City
said
of Heroes.
you want the ultimate customability? Is what you said?
Yeah, I want ultimate character customization. I want you could set it in either DC or Marvel Universe or not. Just make it just
Your own.
yeah. I just
Yeah. What would you consider like the ultimate customability? I can't say that word right now.
what do you?
Because you said like, what would make it even better for your customability? Like,
Customization.
yeah, that's what. Yeah, like, because you're saying like you want the ultimate. So like,
I'm talking about
What's wrong with it?
your own character. Pick from a huge variety of superpowers.
okay,
Decide if you're like a hero or villain.
okay,
So like,
So like you're not stuck with a default group of things.
Right.
Like you could have different kinds of masks
put
that like
really,
four.
really simply, as Neverwinter Nights is D&D, a Neverwinter Nights for the mutants and masterminds.
Yeah,
okay.
and
I mean,
maybe not even a role-playing game. Kind of not. Probably like just third-person action adventure, but like
Right on.
just customizable as hell.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Sweet.
All right,
That's awesome.
we have a few questions from the Tumblr.
Woo! Nice.
Hi Tumblr.
We'll try and blast through these.
Yeah, we do.
What do you think? These are all from Activius, by the way.
Same guy?
All from the same guy, Activius. We got some from him last week.
right.
Oh, he wasn't the guy. who was
Not the
asked.
guy who asked us questions that had nothing to do with it.
Did he ever figure those problems out?
Never got a response.
I don't know. He's probably.
I hope it worked out.
He's
He's probably
probably-
mad
like-
Brad made fun of him.
It was playful.
Either that or he's probably dead from all the fleas in his
Yeah,
bed.
for all the bed bugs and bread and butter he's eating. All right.
I did not expect him to take that bet on fire advice seriously.
Activius asks, excuse me, what do you guys think of Metal Gear Ground Zero charging $30 to $40 for what's basically a demo, even if it's a really well put together demo? Now, you're probably all going to stare at me like I'm an eye chart right now.
I only have one comment to make. I am going to start by saying I haven't played any of the Metal Gear games, so I'm not an expert on this by any stretch of the imagination. But pay for quality. Simple as that. If it's quality, and you think you'll like it, pay for quality.
Is it gonna be online? Is it gonna be?
It's out. It's okay. Let me explain the backstory for this. Black story.
He was looking at me when he said.
Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero came out recently.
Right.
It is a prequel to Metal Gear Solid 5.
Okay.
Hideo Kojima originally wanted to release them together,
Okay.
but Metal Gear Solid 5 still has a lot of work to be done on it, apparently. So they released Ground Zeroes on a separate disc, and it's 2 to 3 hours of gameplay.
Okay.
And they released it for like $30-40.
Okay.
And
So half a price of an
Yes.
actual.
now, my comment on the entire situation is I've played all of the Metal Gear Solid games and beaten them. And having played Metal Gear Solid 4, I'm pretty sure I only got 3 to 4 hours of gameplay out of that, and the rest was cutscenes.
Oh,
so you'd be paying about what you would be paying.
Well, that's an expensive movie.
It's the same thing. Alan was telling me this earlier. Portal was, if you know what you're doing, like 2 to 3 hours, maybe 1 hour.
Probably about one.
If you really know what you're doing. But I mean, again, that was quality. Everyone really liked that.
Yeah.
Now, that one did get released in bundles, and it also got released on its own for a discount and whatnot. So
Right.
there is that to consider. But
Having not heard about this Metal Gear Solid this before, can't say I have much of an opinion, but it does.
You know what the best thing about I have mixed feelings about it, but now that I've seen a little bit out of it, I really like it. They recast Snake.
Really? As like the voice actor?
Yeah, but it's freaking Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, all right, wow. But
Where are the drums?
I will say the video game industry is sort of feels like they're trying to see what they can get away with at this point. With all the controversy surrounding the Xbox One.
Hideo Kojima came out and said, I didn't want them to be released separately.
Yeah. The war on used games.
Yeah.
Basically all this stuff that it feels like they're trying to... like I said, they're trying to see what they can get away with that inconveniences us. Now, I will also say that gamers can also be an unruly lot sometimes.
Right.
My example would be the Mass Effect 3 ending, which was awful by all means. But for gamers to bold-facedly...
I haven't beaten...
I'm not going to talk about the ending.
Okay.
All right. For gamers to bold-facedly demand that BioWare actively change the ending, to me, was unreasonable.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like the gaming community on both sides of the industry and the players is getting very strenuous as both start to feel entitled.
Got a little war.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the customer, you're supposed to, I'm the king. I'm supposed to get what I want because I'm paying this much money for it. But Mass Effect 3 did get a DLC that not changed the ending.
The ending,
but just
helped it.
Yeah, explained it better, I guess. I didn't play it.
Man, Metal Gear Solid 4. I would like binge play that game. And finally, I was working at the pizza place, and I had to go in at 9 a.m. But I stayed up all night playing Metal Gear Solid 4 and finally beat it. And I was like, all right, it is 8:20. It was sometime like that. It's like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I can watch the ending before I have to go to work. 50 minutes later. After obvious ending upon obvious ending. It was like the Return of the King. Return of the King had like four or five different endings where it was like, and then it's over, but
it's like, oh, they woke up in the bed they won. Everyone's clapping. Fade out.
And then at
Fade
one
back
point,
they get married. Fade out.
No joke. No fucking joke. At one point, they fade out, and then there's a moment of silence, and you're like, it's over. And then over just the black screen, dialogue starts.
Oh no, they're starting again.
And I'm just sitting there like, I have to be at work in 10 minutes.
Did you make it to work on time?
I did. I did make it to work on time.
Shit.
But, oh my god. That game, man. The whole Metal Gear Solid series is like, I love the story, but it's a love-hate relationship so hard. Like, all right. Way to be quick with the questions.
Right.
What are your feelings on the mobile app gaming market?
It's just another medium. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not one I prefer, but whatever.
I mean, like, I don't have like smartphones and everything, but like my friend, he's trying to, get some games together on those, and he thinks it really has a market.
It's like a different kind of gamer now. I mean,
Yeah.
like they're not intense. You get like Candy Crush, Words with Friends.
Yeah. Like more people. It's more to a mass audience.
It's a scalability factor. It's whatever you can put into a template is easily scalable. So you've got a lot of these people. You've got a lot of game designers who fancy themselves artists, and they should consider themselves artists because what they're making is art.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of artists have a very socialistic sort of mindset, which doesn't lend for them contributing in a capitalistic society. These people who are releasing the apps, the mobile games and whatnot, they're usually people that have keener business acumen. Because they are, they're creating a product versus a piece of art. Now they try and create the best product they can, but it's people who are coming to the table saying, "Hey, people like this, people buy this. This can make us money. Let's do this to make money."
Yeah.
Versus a lot of game designers probably say, "I just want to get paid enough to live, but I want to, I'm passionate about this. This is artwork. I want to create."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed. Who among you would most likely win in a game of chess?
Not Brad.
Sean's Asian.
I don't know anybody, so I'm gonna say not me. I can't read any of you.
Sean's Asian.
Here's the thing, though. Like,
Sean, you're Asian.
I played.
Look at your hand. Look at how Asian you are.
Oh my gosh.
With your webbed fingers.
My webbed fingers and my green nails or whatever. But no, I used to play chess with my dad a bunch. But my dad's not very good, and he taught me, so I'm not very good. Like, I would beat him, but then I'd go to school the next day, and those Indian kids, man, I mean, they just boom, 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 boom.
Are so racist.
Done. No, but
Asian races against Asian.
Yeah, I have a similar story. My brother, being 4.5 years older than me, and wanting someone to play games with, taught me how to play practically every game I learned how to play as a kid, which included chess, Magic the Gathering, and a handful of other things. And he intentionally taught me wrong so that he could beat me. And so I learned to play chess
on that sibling shit.
I learned to play chess. The tactic, of course, is to capture all of the pieces and not to trap the king. So whenever I play chess, I kind of revert into that mindset of just capturing everything, and then halfway through the game, when I'm like, "Hey, I've captured all these pieces," I'm like, "Why is my king backed into a corner and I'm checkmated? This sucks. I hate this game." I'm gonna go play Magic the Gathering with that house rule where you look through the deck for these lands that you play automatically. That's a thing, right?
So it sounds like we all kind of just suck at chess.
Yep.
Yeah.
So probably me.
I feel like
Shoji, on the other hand, I can play Japanese chess.
All right, I'm convinced otherwise now. I'm pretty good at chess. I almost won a tournament.
Well, you
and
beat
then
me then.
Lost on my middle school teacher's bullshit rule for breaking a stalemate. It was not based on the points of the pieces, which I clearly would have had, but a coin flip.
Screw that.
Yeah.
Right? They had like 3 pawns and their king, and I had lost 3 pawns. So
3 pawns. Oh wow.
See, I learned to play shogi.
this was in the second round too.
Oh wow.
My 8th grade history teacher actually, I had to bet my grade on a game of blackjack once. In 8th grade.
Wow.
What?
Here's the thing, because you were talking about Oregon Trail earlier, right? We were actually like learning about the history, so we had this
Was
project.
your teacher trying to find Rain Man?
maybe. Like, no, but
All right, field trip.
Here's the thing. Like every day we would make decisions on like what would happen. Like he'd give us like weather conditions and like what's in front of us, what's behind us, what's at the supply store like miles away, and we'd have a map. It's like here's where we are. We have to be here by this day. And if you didn't get here by this day, which would be like the last day of school, where final grades would be out, then you would die and you wouldn't get an A.
And get dysentery.
Yeah. So dysentery and you die. So here's the thing though. We tried so hard to
One
get
of your
there.
oxen would die.
And
Got too much.
only like 1 out of 6 groups made it to the end.
Wow.
And so, in order to not be fair, but I guess because my teacher had a gambling problem, he was just like, he was just like, okay, guys, here's the deal. I will give you an automatic A if you can beat me in a game of blackjack.
How many hands did you have to play?
Just one.
Just
Just
that's
one.
unfair.
So there were some of these kids getting like, 23, okay, B. And he came up to me and he's like, ace and king. You're lucky, young. You're lucky.
Wow.
And I was just like, oh my god.
Wow.
And that's how I learned to play blackjack.
Yeah, see, that is probably the best way to teach students about how life actually goes. Fact. Sometimes horrible things happen, and the only way to get out of them is by being lucky.
Yeah.
So if you ever get caught in a corner and get mugged.
So I want to remind you guys,
Yeah,
the original
take a card.
question was chess.
American chess I suck at. Japanese chess, shogi I learned how to play. I remember being very good at it, but I haven't played in a long time. But I rock at Go. I could beat any of you at Go.
Okay, initial question. It sounds like no one. I'm now
You'd
confident.
win.
Yeah.
You will definitely win.
Next question. Is Mario Party really a game designed to destroy friendships?
Yes.
Yes. Moving on.
Yep.
Would you prefer gaming companies produce more single-player games or multiplayer than what they are making now?
Single player, but just because there's so many multiplayer games coming out. And the thing is that they're all competitive multiplayer.
Amen,
Yeah.
I would be perfectly for cooperative for multiplayer if it was cooperative.
Yeah.
Borderlands to me is one of the best multiplayer games to come out
Yes,
for a
absolutely.
long time.
Agreed.
So,
Like the
yeah,
games
single player for me.
Same
Single
thing,
player.
single player. Like the games I'm playing right
I
now,
play a lot
like
of single player.
I have to play single player because I used to play, not professionally competitive, but I have a lot of Asian friends, and we would always play like Super Smash Brothers or Street Fighter or anything like that. And it just got way too intense, Like,
Way too crazy.
calm down, dude. It's just a game. People are throwing controllers. People are like swearing at each other. It's just.
And by the way-
refer back to us instantly saying yes after the Mario Party.
And by the way, gaming industry, put split screen back in games.
Right.
Ooh.
I saw something really cool, actually.
Oh, was at GameStop? Was this the glasses thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were at GameStop and they had these 3D glasses set up, but the way they had them set up, it didn't make what you were watching 3D. It was a two-player game, and instead of split screen, both images were on the screen at the same time, and individually you both put on the glasses, and it separated the images.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you're
that-
both,
So they
so
had
you
like
were
a-
both playing on the same screen, full screen, but you were both seeing different things, and I thought that was
Yeah, so it was like a racing
Right.
game. It was like, okay, red car, green car. It's like, okay, it looked fine on the TV. It was like, okay, it's a little weird. I don't know what's really off about it. Like, it looks fine, but there's just something off. And then they give you the glasses, and you're like, oh, we can share the entire screen with these glasses.
I like that. That's
You seemed hesitant when I said split screen.
Yeah, I have bad eyesight, so I.
Well, the exact argument I would make is it feels like bullshit. All right, I played the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer a lot, right?
Yeah.
So in order to play the multiplayer with my friends, we had to both have an Xbox, both have a copy of Mass Effect 3, and both also be paying for Xbox Live Gold.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would not be a problem if it wasn't.
I mean, it's also, we think about what our TVs were like when we used to play split screen multiplayer as like kids,
Yeah.
and what TVs are like now.
Well, yeah. That's
Yeah.
you got a
Yeah.
valid point. I was just thinking like I like the co-op multiplayer stuff, but one of my favorite game series is Super Smash Brothers, and they didn't have to split the screen for that. They just had it had it shown in such a way that both characters could be on the screen at the same time.
Well, yeah, that's preferable to split screen, but more my point is local multiplayer.
Yeah.
Shit. Sorry. Dropped my actual sugar packet paper into my coffee.
Well done.
All right. So what's next from Tumblr?
That's it from Tumblr.
Yay,
Oh,
Tumblr.
really? Trivia time?
It's time for the trivia.
Oh yeah.
Now-
you guys. Oh, you don't even know. I am fun fact. I am fun fact.
He is fun fact. Now, as we established last week, I will reestablish for you right now. There is ill will towards me, I believe, because for the first 2 episodes, I have run trivia, and both DeMarcus and Sean have lost, and I've made them do terrible things.
Curdled in his mouth.
So, Trivia Master, what is our punishment going to be if we lose?
Oh, I had to come up with a punishment too?
Yes.
Okay.
Trivia Master has to come up with the punishment.
Okay. I tell you what, so that I don't kill the airtime, I'll think of it when Ryan is delivering his questions.
Okay.
So I have 3 good kind of general questions for you. I'm going to hand it over to Ryan, and then it's going to come back to me for the, ultimate trivia.
What I was trying to say is, because there's so much ill will towards me after those, I am going to be involved in the trivia this week.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Who are they?
All right. Trivia.
Hashish.
Trivia. Prep yourselves.
Prepping.
All right. This first question is for Alan.
Hey.
What?
Sean goes first.
Oh my god. No, it's okay. Alan starts with A.
All right. Well, I have them all mixed up. Everyone has the same amount of questions, but I can start with Sean. All right, Sean. Which was the highest grossing console?
I was gonna say PlayStation 2?
That is correct. Sean gets a point.
Nice.
DeMarcus.
How many questions do you have? Should we keeping track of this?
Actually, yeah, if you got a pen,
someone be keeping
keep
track
score.
of score.
I have a pencil.
That works. DeMarcus, which was the highest grossing handheld system?
Oh. That's got to be a Game Boy. Game Boy Advance SP.
Game Boy Advance SP. I'm sorry, no, the correct answer is the Nintendo DS.
Oh, okay.
All right, Alan.
Yo.
Which, although highly contested, which was the first actual video game?
It was called Space Wars or something like that.
That's really close. Computer Space is often considered one of the first video games next to Pong. Pong was released in '72, Computer Space was released in '71. However, there was a 1958 interactive graphic computer game funded by the U.S. Department of Energy and released as a promotion for the use of atomic power. We've been gaming for 56 years. This game was called Tennis for Two.
Oh, you see, I knew that.
Must YouTube this afterwards.
Tennis for Two. All right.
That's-
All right, I'm going to pass it off to Ryan. Ryan's got a few questions, and I am going to think of a punishment.
All right, I have got 3 subjects here tonight. The subjects are lingo, hardware, and the last is called details.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
All right, we're gonna start with lingo, and I guess we're gonna start with Sean.
Because he's first.
Shut your face.
What does the word Dova mean?
See, I was thinking Dota, but that's not the same thing. Development of video arts.
The answer is dragon from Skyrim.
Oh, like Dovahkiin.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I thought you meant like. Oh gosh. I actually I do know what that means.
I was sitting here like, if I hint that I know.
Like, can I get that? Because I do know what that is.
No, you have to.
Yeah.
It's Dragon Dovahkiin.
You're in the lead. Don't get greedy.
You are.
All right. DeMarcus.
Yes.
What does Pokemon stand for?
Pocket monster.
All right, that is correct.
There's a seizure happening next to me.
Oh, suck it up. You're tied for first. All right, and Alan, what is the locally designated name for the robot CL4PTP?
Claptrap.
Yes. And that will take it for the lingo.
Three-way tie.
And I will reveal that the lingo was easy mode. We're now going to move on to hardware. Sean, what was the name of the Sega Dreamcast's memory storage unit?
I want to say, I don't even remember. I want to say, I never had that system. I want to say it's like a Dream Cloud or something. I don't know.
The correct answer is VMU, or Visual Memory Unit.
I was gonna say like
You gave him a Pokemon question.
I was gonna say like memory stick.
That's your fault.
I know.
DeMarcus.
First.
What was the first console to release an official wireless controller?
It was a Dreamcast, right?
It was the NES.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wireless controllers have pretty much always been a thing.
Okay, I have to point this out because last episode, Alan said that he was gonna kick everyone's ass at the game trivia. He has his hand clasped over his mouth and is just fuming that he's not getting these questions.
Alan. Excluding the joysticks and the D-pad, how many buttons are on a standard Xbox 360 controller?
No joysticks, no D-pad?
No joysticks, no D-pad.
360 controller.
Yes.
$12.
11.
Oh god.
Are you sure did you count the wireless button?
Oh!
Does that count?
Oh! He's right. He's right.
Oh, man. Oh, I just got one up.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Wow.
Wow, I
Just got
that's
Mario.
embarrassing.
Man,
right.
Mark Summers, you just got Mark Summered.
So, we're moving on to details.
Well, I'm gonna die.
Sean, what was the real name of Sonic's sidekick, Tails?
Oh shit.
Alan, have you known every one of these answers?
This is what I get for having a Nintendo growing up.
Yes, it
Not
is.
caring about Sonic at all, ever.
All right, time limit imposed. 3, 2, 1.
Tails, the squirrely girl who flew around the world.
Miles per hour.
That's correct, Alan,
no
for
steal
no
for that.
points.
There's no steal.
All right, DeMarcus.
Yes.
Both of you are going to hate me for this one. What were the two philosophies in Jade Empire?
Oh fuck! I've never played that.
I think Alan might be weeping.
Is your official answer, fuck, I don't know that.
We talked about this earlier.
You
too.
said it a
We
few
said
times.
it several times.
In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have brought it up in conversation, but it looks like it doesn't matter.
I was
That
trying to
wasn't-
avoid bringing up some of this stuff, too.
I don't. Oh fuck.
All right, time limit. 3, 2, 1.
Penis.
Open palm, closed fist.
Ah
That's
shit.
correct, Alan, for no points.
Alan,
What?
this one's multiple choice, because I did not know it until I looked it up. When was the last Sega Genesis game released? 1995, 1998, 2004, or 2010?
Gonna guess it's something crazy. $2004.
It is actually 2010. It's called Pure Solar and the Great Architects.
Wow.
So the score as it stands as of now is Alan 2, DeMarcus 1, Sean 1.
All right, you guys ready for monster trivia?
Yes.
All right.
All right,
Pocket
now,
monster trivia?
This is going to change order, so everyone has the same amount of questions. I made sure of that in advance. but I'm going to tell you who the question's for ahead of time.
Okay.
Alan, this is general trivia. Name any 2 of the 5 highest-grossing games released on the N64.
Super Mario 64.
Yep,
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
that's correct. The other 3 were Mario Kart 64, GoldenEye 007, and Super Smash Bros. Sean, what is the full name of the protagonist from Uncharted?
Oh, Nathan Drake.
That is correct. DeMarcus, Final Fantasy was a popular RPG released for the Sony systems. What's the highest-selling RPG released for the Xbox? Do you know this?
No, I don't.
You're gonna kick yourself.
Dragon Age?
It was Fable.
Ooh.
Dragon Age was not even
You ever see that episode of SNL where they do the Game of Thrones game show?
No.
Where it's just like, oh, the Lannisters are a very rich family, but they would have been richer if they put their money in a Roth IRA fund. Can you tell me what a Roth IRA fund is?
All right.
That's what that reminded me of.
Alan,
Yes.
what's the highest-selling game released in the last 5 years that wasn't a sequel?
Released in the last 5 years that was not a sequel.
Yes.
Is it Portal?
It was not. No, it was Minecraft.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
A game you play.
Ooh, that hurts.
Sean.
Scared now.
Sean. They ramp up. According to Metacritic, what movie-inspired PS3 game has an appallingly low 22 out of 100 critic review aggregate and an abysmal user review aggregate of 1.5 out of 10, despite that it isn't released for another month?
That was a really long question.
It was. PS3 movie game rated that low, and it's not released for another month.
I think I know the answer to this
Oh
one.
my goodness.
I might know this one.
This is gaming news.
And this is
right now.
this is a like, you said a superhero game or just a game?
Just well, it's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Oh, it's a movie, okay.
Movie-inspired PS3 game.
It hasn't been released.
Really, really low reviews. One of the lowest.
I'm an Xbox person. If this is a shared game, I don't
Name a movie. Just 3, 2,
Good
1.
Burger.
Rambo. The Rambo the video game.
I want to play the Good Burger video game.
I do too.
All right,
They're supposed to make a sequel.
DeMarcus.
Yes.
Nintendo and Sega, Microsoft, Sony. Which are Metacritic's highest-rated games for these 3 families?
Which are the highest
Highest rated.
So
Not
Nintendo.
highest selling. So Nintendo and Sega as one, Microsoft as the other, and so essentially Nintendo, Wii, whatever, Xbox and PlayStation.
It's got to be a Mario game for Nintendo, right? Like it's got to.
If that's your guess, that's.
It's got to be like
I will take the,
Mario Kart.
I will take the series
No,
and
not
not
Mario Kart.
necessarily the game.
Mario.
So you think Mario as one for
Microsoft.
Nintendo. Microsoft,
I'm gonna say Halo.
Halo, and Sony.
Sony. That's a tricky one.
You actually know this one, Alan?
Shut up.
TikTok.
Did you say sort of or shut up?
I'm gonna say Final Fantasy.
Okay, the wrong on all 3.
Got it.
The correct answers would have been Zelda, technically the Ocarina of Time, for Nintendo and Sega. For Microsoft, Grand Theft Auto 4, so the Grand Theft Auto series. And for Sony...
Microsoft? Really?
Yeah, and for Sony, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Okay.
All right, now,
Damn it.
for the table, some questions about one of the most universally loved games, Portal. Sean, in what color box would you find Portal?
It's
Alan's face.
it's a white person with the black background with the blue and orange like.
life.
It's a black box with a little white person with the blue and
Okay,
orange cover, right?
no, the orange box. It's in the orange box. It's part of the orange.
Oh, I think I meant like the cover.
Good God.
I think part of the question was the weird phrasing.
Alan,
Yeah,
what
like
is
the orange box Half-Life.
what is the
and
name
Team
of the
Fortress.
protagonist?
Hang on.
What is the name of the protagonist of Portal?
Chell.
Chell, great. Alan gets a point. B. What color is the first portal Chell shoots out of the ASHPD quantum tunneling device or portal gun? What color is the portal?
White.
The first one that shoots out. What color is it?
White.
White. No, it's blue. Sean. Alan is dying. Sean. What was the name of the lab that invented the portal technology?
Aperture.
Aperture. Give him a half a point.
Okay, Aperture. I'm
Are
sorry.
we seriously doing half
There's a
points?
Pokemon parody about it, where the Pokeballs
Give
from
him a full point.
Aperture.
Give him a full point. Alan.
Alan's winning anyways.
What was Aperture originally structured to create?
Ooh. Oh God. No.
For the only hint, it was for the government. Blank for the government.
I'd like, even though I'm not in the game, I'd like to take a crack at it if he doesn't got it.
Okay.
I don't know.
It was shower curtains.
Shower curtains.
Sure. Yes.
All right, DeMarcus, what's the full name of Aperture's artificial intelligence?
Oh fuck.
That's it.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
that's
So
what
close.
I know. You need a fucking love cube and shit, right?
Oh my God. 3, 2, 1.
Dickness.
Alan,
Nope.
the genetic life form and disk operating system.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Carolyn.
GLaDOS. No. Okay, Sean, what was GLaDOS's original purpose?
I've never played Portal ever.
Okay.
I don't know any of these.
And you're an Xbox
Okay,
person.
so
Like-
it was GLaDOS was originally created to de-ice fuel lines. Alan, during what occasion in May of 2000 was GLaDOS first activated?
Oh, you're getting into weird shit. Science fair.
It was.
Bring your daughter to work day.
There it is. Yes, bring your daughter to work day. Alan gets a point. DeMarcus, what
can never play
YouTube
for Dragon?
sensation wrote the closing credit theme song "Still Alive"?
What YouTube sensation?
Yeah. Musician.
They Storm.
3, 2.
They Storm. I don't know.
No, it
Jonathan
was
Colton.
It was Jonathan Colton. All right.
Oh shit.
All right. Jeopardy time. I'll talk until you know the answer. If I get to the end of the paragraph, it's open to steals. Sean, in this popular, so shout out whenever you know the answer. In this popular 2007 release FPS psychological horror, you play as Italian-American mafia hitman Jackie Estacado.
Oh, what
Its
is
sequel was released in 2012.
He looks like
In
Tommy
the
Wiseau.
original
What is that
game,
Tommy Wiseau?
scenes from several movies and cartoons aired over the in-game television, including a scene from To Kill a Mockingbird. The ancient demonic force for which the game is named is voiced by the experimental singer-songwriter
Can he steal?
Mike Patton.
The Darkness.
I was about to say Darkness Rises or something.
Alan is way in the lead. By
This
the way.
2011 Namco Bandai third-person action RPG from Japan is set in a nightmarish open environment. Its only sequel was released less than 2 weeks ago. It features elements such as the Everlasting Dragons, the first
Dark
of the
Souls?
Dead. Yes. DeMarcus,
Yes.
this BioWare sci-fi third-person action RPG shooter trilogy.
What is Mass Effect?
BioShock.
God damn it, Sean.
DeMarcus, you don't get a steal until the end.
You don't get to steal until he finishes talking.
What?
I explained that.
Really
So I get a
good.
point anyway.
What's the answer?
I said BioShock, but
Well,
What's the answer?
that's wrong.
What's the answer, Marcus?
I'll
but
keep
it's-
talking.
It is.
It is what?
Mass Effect.
Okay, Mass Effect. Sean, would you kindly tell
Are
me
we
the
giving
name
DeMarcus
of this 2K?
Hang on.
Okay.
Are we giving DeMarcus a point
Yes.
for that? Good
Sean.
job, Sean.
Sean, would you kindly tell me the name of this 2K game's release? It is categorized as a sci-fi FPS and was widely praised for its morality system.
2 sequels were released, one in 2012 and the other in 2013. The original game featured a protagonist who, with Adam, could use super... Okay. Alan, in this 2013 third-person action-adventure survival horror release from Sony, the United States has become a post-apocalyptic dystopia by 2033. The protagonist must defend against looters, bandits, and zombies made out of fungus. Joel, the protagonist... Yes. DeMarcus. Yes. This third-person open-world Western action-adventure released in 2010 by Rockstar was
Dead Rising.
Fairly universally beloved. The year is 1911, the setting the American frontier. The plot follows John Marston as he attempts to bring members of his former gang to justice. Most notably, the player can activate the Deadeye mechanic for gunfighting. A DLC sequel was released shortly after, subtitled Undead Nightmare, which changed the plot to Marston searching for a cure to a zombie plague that swept the Old West Alan.
Red Dead Redemption!
Okay, give them both points for that. All right. This one, kind of a lightning round one. Quotes. Name the character that uttered the phrase and the game series they're from. Sean, I'll give you a few, then D, then Alan. Sean. Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle.
Toad.
Okay, from
Super Mario 64 or anywhere else.
It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a Gru.
Oh, I should know this.
Alan, you can't steal on these. All right. I'm going to give you all like 3 seconds to get it if you don't get it. That was for Zork.
Okay.
Finish him.
Hang on.
I'm in combat.
Okay, good. This is your fault. I'm going to kill you. And all the cake is gone.
Oh, that's Carol from Portal or Gladys from Portal? Someone
Okay,
from
good.
Portal? Yeah.
All right. I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
Oh, that's the almighty Pooh from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
War. War never changes.
That is the freaking narrator guy from Fallout New Vegas.
You must construct additional pylons.
That is the Protoss people from StarCraft.
Okay. Show me your moves.
That is Captain Falcon from F-Zero X or Super Smash Brothers.
Okay, good. Did you get all those?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. DeMarcus, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
That guy.
That was the old man from The Legend of Zelda.
Yep.
Well, so the shaved monkey has failed. How utterly, utterly expected.
There's a dude from Crash Bandicoot.
3, 2, oh god, no. That was the Riddler from Arkham City.
Oh, fuck.
Fusro Da.
Dynasty Warriors.
Oh my god. That was from Skyrim. I love you. How about do a barrel roll?
No, that's Star Fox.
And who says it? Just describe him. Describe him. What
It's a
kind
bird,
of animal?
right?
Oh my god.
Was it Fox?
It's the donkey. It's Peppy. All right.
Peppy the hare.
Oh, whatever.
His
It looks
name
like
was
a donkey.
Peppy Said a donkey.
It looks
And then
like a
he
donkey.
dies eventually.
All right. You have died of dysentery.
Okay, that's the Oregon Trail.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Red fighter needs food badly.
Red player's about to die.
All right, that would be from Gauntlet.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Spyro.
Dracula from Castlevania.
Oh, shit.
Requiescat in pace.
Because I'm tell you.
I thought you would get this one.
Legend of Jerry.
That's Ezio from Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I haven't.
All right.
I haven't played
Alan.
these games.
Hey, listen.
Navi from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Hey, good thinking, little buddy.
Shit, I don't know.
Sam from Sam and Max.
Oh.
Why? That's the second biggest monkey head I've ever seen.
Shit, I don't know.
Guybrush 3.
Yo,
from The
yes,
Secret
I
of
did
Monkey
know
Island.
that.
I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow?
Andrew Ryan from BioShock.
Very good. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Actually doubt you've played this, based on the games I know you like to play.
Yeah, no.
That's from League of Legends. Alright. All your base are belong to us.
That's Cats from... Oh, no.
3, 2.
Star. Space.
Zero Wing, give it
Zero
to him.
Wing. God damn it.
I would play Star Space.
Yeah, he knew the name of the guy. Like,
The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.
Oh, I know this one. Is that Bioshock Infinite?
Nope. It's from the opening of Half-Life. It's time for my pound of flesh!
See, I should know that one too.
you really should.
You really should. You're only playing it.
Borderlands!
Yes.
Psychos.
Wait, yes, yeah. All right. 2 for 1 questions. Each right answer opens up a bonus question. Wrong answers open them up to steals. DeMarcus, how many licensed universe Lego games are there? To clarify, here's one for you for free. Lego Batman would be a licensed universe.
How many are
How
there?
many licensed universe Lego games are there?
Wow, this trivia is like
that's
intense.
Yeah.
No, I mean the whole thing. Like, you really prepared for this. Fun fact.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It is my superpower.
Okay, I know that there's like Marvel and DC, and there's fucking workers and shit, like the normal, and there's some ninjas, and there is some ninjas.
Okay, but those aren't licensed universe games. You're thinking of Ninjago, which is just a Lego game. I'm talking about licensed universe. Like, you were right with Marvel and DC and...
Oh, like video game? Oh, there's a Harry Potter series. God damn you. That's dumb.
Well, there's a hint. For listeners, Alan was just counting on his fingers.
Yeah.
But he also
All right.
could have been.
Time's up. How many do you
I'm
think
gonna
there
say
are?
like 6. I don't know.
Okay, how many do you think there are?
I'm gonna guess like 12.
How many do you
I was
think
gonna
there
say like 14, 15.
are? Okay, you're both right. There are 12, 14 if you include the 2001 release of Harry Potter Creator. And the Star Wars Complete Saga, which was...
Yeah, because I had
yeah,
Lego
Star
Star Wars 2, which was the
do you
previous
have-
trilogy.
There's 4 Star Wars games: Batman, DC, 2 Indiana Jones, 2 Harry Potter, Pirates of the Caribbean, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, and Marvel. Okay, what?
I was actually, you answered it, but I was about to ask if you included the Lego movie video game.
No, I did not. No.
Which
Because
is-
that's not licensed universe. That's their own universe.
Okay.
All right. So the bonus multiple choice. This one is up for steals. This is for the table. In the game, Lego Marvel Superheroes, including the licensed DLC, approximately how many playable characters are there? Multiple choice. Is it 5, 15, 50, or 150?
I'm gonna say 150.
Alan was the first one to say it. It was 150.
Knowing Lego games.
Shout it out though. Next time. Sean, this is yours. Without looking it up, what are the 14th and 19th Pokemon as listed in the original Pokedex?
Bulbasaur,
14th and 19th?
Venusaur,
Yeah.
Charmander.
My sweets.
Bye.
I tried to keep it towards the beginning of the Pokedex so he could do this.
Okay.
So he could count them out.
Yeah, I guess
Is
it would be
Weedle one of them?
Well, what's your other guess?
I can't think. I'm gonna say Raticate.
You were one off on both of them.
Really?
Yeah.
What were
I'll
they?
give you one small hint. If you say the 2 names together, it's a pun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alan, what do you think?
Kakuna Rattata.
That's it. Yep. Kakuna Rattata. Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah. All right. The bonus multiple choice. This is open to the table. First one to say the answer.
Bulbasaur.
Multiple choice. According to a popular internet theory, which is the origin of the Pokemon Missing No? 1, it's a highly evolved Porygon. 2, it's a god-level Pokemon and avatar of corruption that has slowly consumed the original regions. Or 3, it's the coding remnant of the evolution of Marowak into Kangaskhan. The baby Kangaskhan is said to become a Cubone upon
The last
its
one.
mother's death.
The last one.
Yes, that's correct. All right, Alan. What Mario game consists primarily of Mario closing doors?
My face is doing that too.
Closing doors?
Sean knows the answer, yes. The entire purpose of the game is to close doors.
I remember playing that. I can't think of what it is.
Are you kidding me?
Is it Super Mario Brothers 3?
No.
Is it Hotel Mario?
It is Hotel Mario.
Yeah!
All right, the bonus multiple choice. This is open for Steele's first one to say it. According to Metacritic, what is the highest rated Mario release? Is it Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario 3, or Wario Land?
First one.
Wario Land.
It is Super Mario Galaxy, that's correct, Sean. DeMarcus.
Yes.
When visiting the general store in Link's Awakening, it is possible to pick up an item and walk out without the shopkeeper noticing. However, should you do this, almost every single dialogue in the game changes. How?
Fucking don't know.
You want to pass it to Alan?
Pass to Alan.
You were referred to as Thief instead of the name you've chosen.
That's correct. All right, and the bonus multiple choice open to the table. There are 2 special attacks in Link's Awakening, special attacks in air quotes, each utilizing 2 instruments of destruction. Which pairing is not one of the special attacks? The bow and bomb, the hook shot and some magic powder, or the boomerang and a chicken?
Hookshot magic.
I'm gonna say the second one.
Sean said it first. That's correct. All right, Sean.
I know I'm fucking losing. I just wanted to see.
Sean,
Don't look.
How many playable characters were there in the original Mortal Kombat? Playable characters.
8?
5. 6. 5.
7?
7.
Okay.
It is 7. No one gets points on that. Bonus multiple choice. 2 actors who happened to be brothers served for the motion capture of which 2 characters? Raiden and Johnny Cage, Liu Kang and Shang Tsung, or Scorpion and Sub-Zero?
Liu Kang and
Last one.
Second one.
Okay, you're all wrong. It was Raiden and Johnny Cage.
Oh, wow.
The other pairs were played by single actors.
Yeah.
One of the brothers
I knew
played...
Scorpion and Sub-Zero were just palette swaps.
Cage, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and Reptile was one actor, and Liu Kang and Shang Tsung was one actor. All right, Alan.
Let's unpack.
Yo.
In Fallout New Vegas, the main character is shot and buried alive in the opening sequence for carrying a platinum chip, but they were only one of 6 couriers. Name one of the other items being carried by the decoy couriers.
Oh, man. I should really know this.
Wow.
fun fact.
This is, I will tell you how exceptionally difficult this is after he answers.
A playing card.
Okay. Here is why this is exceptionally difficult. I would normally say that was, legitimate. I looked this up online. Sean?
Can I guess a lighter?
Okay. I looked this up online for like half an hour. And I didn't restart the game to check because I know it's just in one piece of dialogue. According to the internet, the dialogue says it was a pair of fuzzy dice, a knight chess piece, and quote, stuff like that. So they only list 2 of the other items. I think there may be a dialogue that lists more than that. But the only 2 that were listed online, which makes me think that the dialogue is actually listed as fuzzy dice, a chess piece, and stuff like that. Literally, as a quote.
Having played it recently, that is actually, I think that is the line.
Yeah, so so that's that. All right, bonus question open to the table. In Fallout New Vegas, what NPC is inspired by a real Las Vegas mascot that was invented in 1947 as part of a tourism campaign and was turned into an iconic neon sign on the side of the Pioneer Club in 1951? Was it Doc Mitchell, Victor, or Benny?
Benny.
Victor. Doc.
It was Victor. Vegas Vic. It's the waving cowboy.
Is that what's his name? F.
All right. See, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid?
Yeah.
Not like the kid exploded, but the kid grew up in giant size.
Yeah.
Here's the lightning round. 2 options, 1 right answer, no pass, no steal. Sean, which sold more, Nintendogs or the first generation of Pokemon games?
First generation Pokemon games.
Nintendogs sold 300,000 more copies. What? Alan, which country is responsible for which country is responsible for the highest selling video game of all time? Sweden or Russia?
Sweden.
Russia. It was Tetris.
Tetris. Shit. I knew that.
D.
Yes.
Which country produced more top 10 highest selling games? Japan or the United States?
Japan.
That is correct. 6-1. Sean, which is the oldest of these top 10 highest selling games? Tetris or Super Mario Brothers?
Tetris.
By 1 year, yes. Alan, which Atari title sold more copies? Space Invaders or Pitfall?
Space Invaders.
It was actually Pitfall. DeMarcus, which was the 2000 Guinness record holder for fastest selling game ever sold? The Sims or Diablo 2?
The Sims.
Diablo 2. Fuck. Sudden death. Actually, that's only if there's a tie. Is there a tie?
There is not a tie.
There is not a tie. There's a clear winner. You guys want to hear the question just in case?
Okay.
Sure.
Sudden death. What's the name of the protagonist of the Chex Quest first-person shooter? Just so it appears in every
Okay, here's the thing.
Was it Chex Master?
No.
We need a volunteer. I'm from Check Squadron, and I will volunteer. That was his only line in the intro scene.
He has a name.
This fucking guy.
Chex the Mexican hexagonal Wex.
No.
Commander Chex.
No.
Captain Chex.
Lieutenant Chex.
Rex Chex.
Doesn't have a
Chex.
Chex in it.
Actually, DeMarcus was the closest. His name was Fred Chexter.
All right, so you want to hear the scores?
This
Yes.
fucking guy. Yes.
Alan got 16 points.
Woo.
Sean got 18 points. DeMarcus got 4 points.
I will.
You didn't even get the diagonal on the tally.
Sean won?
Yeah, Sean won.
Nice.
All right.
But ultimately, are we going to do a multi-person punishment or just lowest score?
I think that's the idea.
Oh, was it supposed to be a multi-person?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you come up with a punishment?
I did, but it was contingent on there only being one loser.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I'm the clear loser.
Can 2 people do it at the same time?
Well.
I mean, well,
okay, yeah, no, I guess we can do this.
Okay.
All right. All right, yes. So, Sean, as first place, I'm sorry that I'm in middle school and this is the punishment that I came up with. Because you're in first place, take both of their cell phones right now.
Oh, God.
I think you should finish explaining this so we might be
Alright,
uncomfortable.
you're going to pick one stored number from their cell phone.
Shit.
Just and pick it.
I don't have your password.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe for the best. Alan, you're going to pick the message DeMarcus sends that contact, and DeMarcus, you're going to pick the message Alan sends his contact. Here's the thing. The message must include "I am lousy at game trivia." Otherwise, it can be anything.
Your fucking contact list. Alright, I'm going to read the people on his contact list.
Acid Queen, Action Figure, Ale Dude, Awkward, Aluminum Brother, Always Walking, Angel of Music, Arbor Square, Armature, at least have
Just pick one. It's completely random at that point.
Beam Me Up, Beastie Boy, Beer Ninja, BB. Oh, that's your cousin, that's right. Black Box, Black Girl, Black or White, Blasian, Bleen, Bodman, Book of the Bible, Boy Scout.
Wow, stop reading.
Pick one
All
already.
these B's, just...
See, before he said armature, I was about to say...
I will be... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I would have really laughed if I got either of those messages.
Yeah, I will be... Oh, no, I'm going to be mean, because it is 6:30 in the morning, so people will answer the phone. I was going to say you could text them, but it is officially late enough that you can call.
am I calling?
You're not calling anyone. Are we not doing this? Are we still doing this? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought we stopped. Okay.
Pick an entry in his phone, and Alan's gonna tell him what he has to say, and it has to include "I'm lousy at game trivia."
Oh, God damn it!
And DeMarcus, you're gonna tell Alan what
I
to
don't
say
know
to
what
his
to
contact
say.
once Sean picks it.
If I know any of these people.
You don't have to know them.
Should we put it on speakerphone so I hear? So
All I'm gonna say is, please don't call public safety. That is legitimately the public safety department at my work.
Yeah, I'll allow for vetoes, vetoes like that.
My only other veto is eyes on my sack.
You always supposed to say that out loud. I gotta find someone else.
Is Captain Crunch in there?
Captain Crunch is in there. We are going to text Captain Crunch.
Yes. Shit. Can it just be a text? I don't want to call these motherfuckers.
Well, that's why it's a punishment.
Come on, Sean had curdles in his throat last time.
So did Sean come out ahead from the quotes?
Okay. Just not that
I
one.
don't
and
remember
not public
exactly where it
safety.
was. I was just keeping track of the actual number.
Right on. That's
Is this me?
Yes.
I'm under G as sequestered Grundleplith MD. That makes me happy.
all right. Looking through the phones. What? Should have studied.
What should I have Alan say?
Oh, that's completely up to you.
I don't know.
You could be nice to him. Maybe he'll be nice back. He won't.
No, he won't.
Oh yeah, I can
I think it
veto.
should be- I
If
think it
both
should
of
be
you
a
are
can.
being too nice, I will veto.
There's not a lot, so I
I
gotta.
think you should have a can.
I have less friends than he
does.
Well, that you both have to say I'm lousy at game trivia.
But like, I think it should be like a specific like.
No.
Yeah.
No. No, you guys know each other too well. It'll be way better if it's something really
damn it.
personal and hateful.
I don't know what I want to say. I don't know what I want Alan to say.
You're gonna be calling Luke. Captain Luke. You're gonna be calling Captain Crunch. You're gonna be calling Captain Luke.
What am I saying?
No. You guys are calling on your own phones. He was just picking the person that you'd be calling.
Okay.
All right. So what am
All
I?
right. Well,
What am I saying?
do DeMarcus first. Alan, what's DeMarcus saying?
DeMarcus, you are going to confess your love for bestiality porn.
Oh goodness.
That my viewers, listeners, his listeners. That's why this
Audience.
is a punishment.
Oh, God damn.
That is beautiful.
Man,
All right, come on.
them
Make the
red-headed
call.
pony hawks.
All right.
So I like bestiality.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
I
thought
think-
you should know that
Okay,
I'm
so
huge into bestiality porn.
No. I just thought you should know I am lousy at game trivia, and I am huge into bestiality.
No. Lousy in game trivia is the closer.
Oh.
It's the suspense builder.
Fuck.
We won't let this go until we see you.
All right.
Dialing.
It's done.
It is dialing.
You want me to?
Leave a voicemail if I guess you don't get her.
Yeah. We love you, Captain Crunch.
You can cut the tension with a knife.
Great. I'm on the phone, everybody. The viewers, listeners.
All right.
Voicemail.
Oh.
Yes.
That's what happens at 6:30 in the morning.
All right.
Hey, Christina. I just wanted to say how you doing. I also wanted to say I'm really into bestiality porn, and I'm lousy at trivia. So I hope to see you sometime in the future. And yeah, B.
Beautiful. Well, so proud of you.
What do you want me to tell the captain?
fuck.
No, don't say that.
Say I'm looking at a picture of you and stroking my penis.
I just want to get this out of the way. You know he's technically my boss.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. Wait. I'm gonna go ahead and veto that one. Pick another one for Alan. Yeah. No, we don't.
I want you to say the same. What I
don't want to
said.
do work stuff.
I want you.
I forgot Alan got the new job with him, so yeah. Gotta be careful with that.
But I want to say, what I said to whoever's next.
That's my mom.
I know that's your mom. That's why I picked it.
No.
Let's take.
I'm gonna veto that one.
Oh, that's gonna be so awkward.
Yeah. It's her birthday soon, right? Or it was?
Just was, yeah.
Who is it?
It's Kelly.
Someone who will be getting this.
All right, so is the message the same?
By the way, we're at the 2 hour and 20 minutes.
Is the message the same?
Is the message the same, DeMarcus?
Oh, shit, I kind of want it to be.
All right, then it is.
Mine should have been so much worse.
This is your fault. You went first. You could have shown him mercy.
Hold on. Just for the listeners, I think we all agree that when we get messages back from these people, they're on the next episode.
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
all right.
I'm gonna ruin a friendship is what I'm about to do.
I know, I don't want that to happen.
Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. By closing with, and I'm really lousy at trivia, they know that it's...
That you were dared to say it.
I don't,
You're allowed to veto.
Or you could try and convince DeMarcus to
Change the message.
change the message.
Something not as extreme.
Okay, alright.
Well, okay. Extreme is not really off the table at this point. DeMarcus just had to confess a love for bestiality.
I told you to say something ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, what about like pooping on my chest?
Okay, I like to have my chest pooped on.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
All right.
Okay.
No sarcastic
He's
tone of
dialing.
voice.
He's dialing.
It's ringing. Voicemail.
Man,
Dang.
it's 6:30 in the morning. Why isn't anyone up yet?
Hey Kelly, how's it going? I just thought you should know that I really like it when people poop on my chest. And that I am absolutely lousy at gaming trivia. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye.
Hold on.
Nice.
Well,
Good confessions for the night, guys.
that has been Coffee and Pie.
Are you glad you got that off your chest?
Hey-o.
All that poop off.
Thanks for joining us. What's next week's topic gonna be, you guys?
I don't know. What you think? Like
I don't know. At the
movies
30-minute
or-
mark, we were.
Well, wait, hold on. DeMarcus picked last time. Who picked breakfast cereals for the first episode?
That was kind of a joint thing between
Okay,
me
who
and
picked
Sean.
superheroes?
Me.
Sean's pick right then.
Disney movies time.
I was gonna say Disney movies, but
Okay,
You're not gonna do that,
no. Sean doesn't get a vote.
Just like
I'm a
movies in
guest.
general.
I'm
like,
a guest, and I'm vetoing that.
I was just gonna say like movies in general.
You know,
if the viewers are into it, because I know we're into it, we could talk about pro wrestling, if anything.
pro wrestling. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, next week's topic is going to be professional wrestling.
And wait, what day is it? Oh, and it's gonna be the night after WrestleMania.
It's gonna be the night after WrestleMania.
The one that's in town?
Oh man.
No. It's the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
No, there's a
that's SmackDown. That's like Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So thank you for joining us for Coffee and Pie. DeMarcus and I have confessed terrible things.
Yes.
Coffee and Pie.
Coffee and pie.
Coffee and pie.